She looks deep into my eyes, remain silent. The problems in her head pile up. Again and again she tells me how sick she is. Everything is so hard for her. Why don't you just tell me? Everything could be so simple, but you want to make it difficult for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, for yourself. Why don't you just tell me? Everything could be so simple, but you want to make it difficult for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, for yourself. I will take your heart, count the time of
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, how y'all doing tonight? Yesterday we got some excellent EU duels. Today I'm hoping we'll get the same thing over for the region of NA. How you guys all doing? Yo, I've been working since I woke up at like around 10-ish or so. I know it's like, wait, 10? That's so late, Dal. Yo, I know, but I was like up until like a little bit late myself. And then I woke up and I basically been just working on a project, a big one, since I woke up. And this entire time, and I'm still not done. I'm gonna have to keep going back after we wrap things up here and get some games going. But man, it's just like, it's a big one. It is a long one, but I'm actually having a lot of fun going through it. But it is still going to be a lot of effort, and just, you know, at some point it's like, well, I am technically in game. I'm technically doing stuff, and I'm like recording things, and it's like, I'm in game, but I'm not playing. I am busy doing things. And I got that itch to like, I just want to chill and play, and I just cannot. And I don't think I can do it tomorrow either. And tomorrow or Monday, I guess, could be one of those 2 days, my day off. And I'm like, dude, I just want to sit down and actually play the game. I haven't done my weeklies or anything. I haven't got to get any dungeons done. I haven't got to do too many raids that I wanted to do this week at all either. Besides, like, you know, Farak or whatever. But it feels like I haven't really had a second this week to just chill. So I might just take like, I don't know, Monday or Sunday, I might, whatever I figure out, I might just like completely cut off all communications and just go into like hermit mode until I'm like satisfied. I don't know, dude. It's going, I mean, it's actually driving me kind of crazy. I'm just like, I'm in a game all the time, but I'm not like there for fun, just for like work stuff. Oh, it's wild, dude. It is a wild feeling, and it's like creeping up on me, man. It's bad, because it's like when evening comes around, when night comes, right? It's like 12, 1 or 2 in the morning or something, and I'm just like, okay, I'm finally done with all the project for the day. I should go to bed, but I feel like if I go to bed now, I'll just have to wake up and be busy again, or I could stay up an hour right now and just play. Because if I stay up right now, the next day can come, and it's like, I know it's not right, it's not true. The morning is still gonna come, the next day is still gonna come, you're just gonna be tired, but it's just like, oh, I hate it, I hate that feeling, dude. I'm getting back into the swing of things, I don't like it either. I've been having coffee for 2 days in a row, it's kind of bad. Yo, I'm gonna stop complaining though. All the complaints out of the way, let's get some games going. As we got dudes already adding me here, I gotta do a little bit of a adjustment, but like, I can't be, please tell me I'm the only one that felt that way before, right? It's like, oh, I know that the morning is gonna come, and I almost like, I just want to spend more time just doing whatever. Music? Oh, that is loud, isn't it? Yeah, that is loud. Okay, hopefully that's fixed. Alrighty, let me also switch here. Wow, I really started with a big old tirade, huh? It's like, what is this guy talking about, man? Just get some games going. I'm like, what the hell? It's bad, dude. It's bad. Oh, man. Dude, yeah, what's up, guy? How you doing, my man? Oh, this is gonna be nice. Hold on. Can I fly? Oh, I can, but I can't. Oh, okay. I need to do R? Okay, I can fly. I just need to do like a thing for it. Ah, this is weird. Oh, this is weird. Just flying around Orgrimmar, man. This right here, look at this. Oh, this is fun. This right here is incredibly fun for me. I could just do this in circles all the time. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it either. Oh, it's so good. Look at this. I know I can like stand still like this guy, but I can do kind of like, I can do one of these. I can sort of kind of hover for a little bit. They did add that as an ability. Oh, man. Alright, let me actually stop having fun and just go get some groups going here. Full? Alright, so we got one group already good to go. Do we have a second one forming by chance, or like should I even make one? Or like Night King or Chicago, do they have one going at all? Because I feel like if I start forming one, I'll just take away bodies from all you boys. Dragon riding access spec when you have over 100 different mounts to choose from, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, I am hoping they'll have like a bunch of them, man. Linthania, get you in here, my guy. I'm hoping they'll have a bunch of them, man. As many as possible. I'm hoping it'll be more than just 100. The more the merrier. I also would love to see if they will add new mechanics for some of these mounts, because you know how the Griffin has like, you float and you coast by like walls and stuff, you build up a buff, and then they'll let you like surge forward for a long while, right? I like that a lot. Isn't X-Spec is underground? It is underground, but it'll be like a big underground area, almost like a hollow earth type of like feel about it. Like if you look at some of the BlizzCon like visuals they provided, it's like it's underground, but it's not like in a small cavern. Like think of Zara like caverns but bigger, right? There's a ceiling to it, but it's a massive area. Like they're thinking scale. They're thinking like dragon riding is gonna be there from the get-go. And they're like, I think they're gonna just keep making more environments with dragon riding in mind, right? But yeah, it's awesome. Hope that each normal species has its own racial. Yeah, I would love that. If let's say mechanical dragon riding mounts have like, I don't know, like a booster pack instead of like a surge, they could like maybe surge a couple of times in a row, but maybe like they have like a long cooldown or something. Or, you know, like the Griffins have like a charge thing they build up and then they search for a while and it's like faster than what dragons can do, but dragons have the convenience of just like instantly can go. Stuff like that like is what I want to see, man. What Magic Claws buffs can you tell? So we got a bunch of them. We got Death that's getting buffed all across the board. 4% for Frost and Unholy, enough to make Frost and Unholy actually quite strong on the overall sims. We need one more, by the way. And then we got a full group. Just got a stupid 14-day ban. No, Diego, what'd you do? What did you do, young man? How do you guys get banned? Then again, like, I guess like if you play enough solo shuffles, you're bound to say something or ping at somebody, and that could be treated as a ban. So I can totally see that being like, not only you walking into like a competitor feel aware, but he's kind of low-key toxic to it because nobody wants to get banned, but also they kind of just want to let it out of the system, right? That's solo shuffles for you. Or arenas or PvP in general. Let's be honest, dude, that's been there forever. And it's like, especially if you end up going on like a lose streak. Oh, the tilt. Bad words? Oh no. Oh no, not the bad words. I ran Frostbite with new change was actually slamming. I ran Frostbite with the new, so the new change isn't here yet. New change is coming out Tuesday, Wednesday. So Jake, whatever numbers you saw now, that's not even, that's without the 4% buff. But Death that's getting buffed up. The armor value for Blood DK is gonna go up, so better at physical damage or mitigating physical damage. And also you got Unholy and Frost 4%, Survival 104%. They got like nothing for Warlocks. Warriors do have more damage for Cleave, Dreadnought, their Bane Bleed, so a little bit more passive damage, and the tier set now is going to do 200% damage for whenever you land like a sudden death execute and you get a free Thunder Stomp or Thunderclap. Thunderclap is going to do 200% damage instead of 100% extra damage. Let's see, the Red Pally got like 20% buff for all the Retribution, Wake of Ashes ability and the talents that support it. You got your Blades of Justice. You got yourself the big old slam with the Templars. That's also pretty good too. That's got buffed up by like 20%. Holy Paladin, 30% buff for Shield Slam and Consecration. Holy Priest got some buffs too, like 30, between like 10, 15, and 20, 30, 25% for some of the healing abilities buffed, like Flash Heal, Normal Heal, also Serenity, also damage, Chastise by 30, Smite by 30, and 15% for Shadow Ward Pain. And I'm probably missing a class in there. Oh, prop warriors too. More stamina, 5% more stam, 5% more absorb from Ignore Pain. I think it's all of them for PvE. I know there's a whole new set of PvP changes, like more armor for classes, less armor for plate classes. Everybody gets like 50% more stamina, 5% for healers because they already had more stamina. So everybody's going to be a little tankier, but armor values are going to be weird. They made it so that Frost Mage 4 set isn't as bad for PvP. It gets full value. The Nerf Day 2 set for Windwalker, the bursty blackout kick thing, a little bit more. They also buffed up feral self-healing a little bit and some other stuff too. Sniper, how you doing, my guy? Doing duels? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One in. One in? We can get you in right now. Anything for Shaman in PvP? I know the rest of Shaman got buffed up in terms of like 20% more damage for the Lava Burst, Flame Shock, and Lightning Bolt. So the rest of Shaman should do plenty more single target damage. That's really about all, as far as I remember. You do have less armor as Resto in PvP, like a little bit, but 12%, 12.5%. So you're going to be a little squishier, but yeah. Deathbringer, or I'll switch my characters. Alright, I'm gonna wait for Sniper just because he whispered me and he wants in. Death, we can get you in if for some reason Sniper can't get in. I'm waiting for him for a second though, but we definitely can cycle you into these deals if you want to join. HPs have so many buttons. Not too bad, honestly. Like if you get into a raid, certain buttons you don't have to add every single keybind to your bars. You know, because in raids you mostly AoE heal. And there's like, if you look at the Wowhead guides or Icy Veins guide, they really tell you the abilities that are core to what you need when you're dungeon healing, when you're raid healing, when you're doing damage. So you don't need everything. Plus you can also use some classic keybinds or complex keybinds, not classic. More complicated keybinds where like you target an ally, it becomes a heal. You target an enemy, it becomes damage. That's usually what I do for my healers. That helped out a lot. Playing this on Rest of Shaman, cut down my keybinds by a bunch so I could put all my totems on there. For Holy Paladin, Disc Priest, I mean Disc Priest has like no binds on anymore because you could just, I mean I had my damage and healing ones all spread out, but then it's like 4 of my binds are just like damage or a heal depending who I'm targeting, so it really just cuts down on like the amount of buttons you really need to have. Plus also like, yeah, like I said, like Holy Priest, like you don't really put up renew right now as far as I understand. You mostly just let renews proc from your holy words, but it'll like be consistent enough where it should always be up, basically. Anything for Shaman in PvP? Nice, yeah. I mean armor reduction for Shaman Rest is going to be a little weird, but I think they're just trying to really standardize the armors for classes. For physical classes like Fury Warriors or like Outlaw Rogues, I think that's going to be a really good change because certain plate classes are just like, it's not a great target for you at all. But then there's so many other classes like Arms Warriors that have physical damage and bleeds go straight to armor. And then you have Windows of Cloth Smash where you can just really do quite a bit of extra damage to a target. And for those classes like being mostly physical damage, it's not that big a deal, because you still have quite a bit of sustained damage that just goes right through the armor entirely. So for like my class, my spec specifically, I think the armor change is actually really good. This ban just came out of nowhere. Stop currency payment very suspicious. Actually, this ban just came out of nowhere. I stopped the currency payment. I don't know what that is though. Yeah, I have no idea then, my guy. Talk about Frostside not giving you a crit chance, how it does. Certified, is that who it is? Is that Sniper uncertified? Let me just double check. Sniper. Oh, certified. We had you in duels before, yeah? Hell yeah, my guy. Get you right here, man. Alrighty, I'll make Lintania lead. Lintania, could you whisper me on real deal really quick, by the way? I imagine you're going to be in for a lot of these duels here. Okay, we will get duels going in a second. I'll queue you guys up in just a second. I just need Lintania too. I just need to get your name on my reel, on my screen somewhere. Sword, right? Light Sword. You got me ahead of time. Thank you. Appreciate that. I was gonna look for you. I was gonna look for the name Sword, and that would have been the wrong way of going about it. Light Sword and PB&J. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. The grand one. Yeah. If you guys don't know how to what to do in terms of rules for duels or whatever, just do a /rule when you hop in their match immediately. That'll give you more or less the order at which we're going to be playing it. And have fun. When you're out and about, do your thing. Blast things out. Have a good time. All that stuff. I don't even know why I'm going over it. I feel like I should. Or, you know why I'm going over it? Because yesterday, Yesterday, I think it was Messiah that actually added a couple of homies and had to explain it. I was like, oh yeah, I haven't actually did the explanation in a while. I used to do that more regularly. Alrighty, boys. First duel of the NA 1025. Got to do a bunch of EU. But today's NA. Switch which. Oh, these clothies here are. Oh, that'll actually kind of interesting. Oh, Chet. I don't think Chet knows what personal space is at all. Chet is just like, Chet, what is, I don't know. I was gonna say a joke, but you know what? I feel like Chet just doing his thing. That's good enough. That'll work. But I was gonna say, Clothy's out here. Probably you're very excited about their armor changes coming out in just a handful of days. Stone onto Lotto, the man trying to see if he can back up out of there really quickly. Oh, I like this Warden set with a sword. Sigil of Fear locking him down for just a second as a rep trying to see if he could go in for a big old blade dance. It's breaking out of the freezing trap. There's going to be Lotto with a big defensive. Does get a stun onto rep. Looking to back up out of there. I think it's just going to play defensive. That is quite a lot of defenses out of him at once though. Turtle as well as Survival of the Fittest trying to go for a bit of manic advantage. Rep able to avoid quite a bit of the CC from Lotto. His stun right after blade dance to follow. There's just nothing he can do. He does go for a feign death. Harpooning in, trying to see if he can maybe get some kind of damage, but the immolation aura just singes the hunter. I don't even know if the hunter could have done anything at all. He was just out of options completely. I think he just had to go in as a last bit go. Sin gonna be up next over as an outlaw rogue with the adrenaline rush, trying to see if he can puncture past Rep's defenses, going in for a quick vanish to get him a reset. That's going to be a shadow meld. Should be able to find him pretty easily. Ivan with the darkness down. Got himself a big between the eyes. Back-to-back stun to follow. Does not have a trinket anymore. But got himself the pistols flying out left and right. That was a dance. If he can get himself a shadow meld or a vanish, he should be able to get himself another pistol shot or between the eyes window. Got himself ambushes. Big pistols to follow. Just sees himself the proxy needs. Rep. Not a lot of health available. Got himself a shield last second. Pistol still drilling holes through the guy's rep. Having to play defensively. Sin so far just staying on him as best as possible. Got himself the immunity. Sin backing up out of there. I think he wants to see if he can catch a quick reset. If he can catch a reset with a cheap shot and get some calm points to just have himself another go between the eyes, there's nothing Rep can do. Trying to go with the ambushes, goes in for a run through, and oh, not run through. It's called a dispatch. Used to be called run through for like a longest time, but now it's just called a dispatch. Big old Void Torrent. Sin does not have a cloak of shadows for this one. Try to go for, I think, a kick on the tentacle. And this is going to be a siphon together with a tentacle. He's got himself a vanish. At least it's a bit of a reset into a stun to certified. Got himself at least a little bit of CC. Shadow Ward deaths are going to collapse on him. That's going to be a cheat death really quickly. Certified does himself defensive chime somehow turning this around. I am surprised you lived that. The man just stuck it out the entire time. I think he got himself a dance that gave him a little bit of healing over time. And he just went off of that. He just went with it and tried to maximize whatever he got, and he did quite a bit there. Outlaw rogues, man. I don't think that was a disperse. Yeah, that was not even a disperse out of the priest. I guess he was a little bit surprised. Definitely, I was. Uh-oh. Are you guys DC'd, or is it just me that DC'd? Hold on a second. Hopefully it's just me. Hopefully it's not everybody. What is happening? Looks like you guys are still in. Can I fly? Can I? Oh, okay. Hopefully it'll adjust. I have no idea, as life doesn't have much life in him left. That's gonna be maybe a stun. I don't even know. I can't adjust to this at all. Cyclone does get interrupted. This is the best I can do with the camera, by the way. This is so scuffed. Oh no, does go for the clone. Last minute, Regross is able to get himself a bit of healing, as Chet cannot really do anything about this one. Trying to see if he can sprint back up really quickly, as Light is able to catch himself a bit of that reset. I don't really know what I can do here. My UI is all kinds of busted. And it's all kind of like laggy too. I'm not really sure. It might be like an add-on or just the game. I'm not really sure. Chat, try to see if you can back away as the beam is blasting him from behind the pillar. I'll try to keep the camera as stable as I can just to give you guys an idea of what the hell's happening in a duel. But this is going to be me trying to kind of like free flow this for a bit. This is weird. Bunch of stars down the middle. If Life can somehow get the Paladin out in the middle of the arena, that could give him an opportunity to get some damage in. Paladin does pick up a bit of damage with a bash of fall of Boomkin backing up out of it. But looks like the swing and hammer on the Pally is able to, I guess, clothesline the guy. This is going to be, what's your name? I can't even see it. It's moving too fast. Dalaran is going to be up next versus Chad. Shield of Vengeance for the Paladin. No wings available. Blind is playing defensive. Trinket out of the Warrior. That's going to be reflect. Did not reflect a stun for the Paladin. It's a question of, does he have a bubble? I have no idea. I don't even know if the man is aware. I don't even know if the Warrior is aware. It's a question of bop or bubble. You may need one of those tools. We are only 4 minutes into the duel. Only 20% dampening. And I still can't really get it to work properly with the UI stuff. That's going to be a stun lockdown by the Paladin. Shed slamming damage into Dalaran. The man, does he have a defensive? That is the question. Stormbolt to follow, trying to see if he can maybe catch up a little bit of healing. I don't even know if he's got himself a self-heal. Both of them super low. And it looks like Chet takes it. Did Makima even get a chance to play? Huh. Okay, that was interesting. Let's get us another go in. Light or Lintania, as well as PB&J. Let me know if you guys are ready. I don't even know if you even got a chance to play. I'm not even sure. We'll try to see if we can get another go in then. That was weird. Let me double check. Remove all of the add-ons from this guy. Do I need to reload? I don't know if I do. I skipped some reason. A counter was out. Oh, that was weird. Huh. Did you get the seed also, or was I the only one that got the seed there? I'm not even sure. Let me know, PB, if you need more bodies or if you're good to go. Because I'm down to go again. I'm not even sure what happened. I guess I'll hit that with a save, but I have no clue. How many are we at right now on A? Not 500. 470, 480, 490, 491? That one was a weird one. Huh. We're good? Okay, I'll try to get you guys back in. PB and J and light sword. 5. Let's do hook point, I guess. What I'll do actually is I'll copy this. I'll do /reload just to make sure my add-ons are all chilling. Because I have no idea what caused it. The weird random like stutters made me think it was like maybe like a weak aura trying to load. But I have no clue. That was a first. I'm actually kind of sad because Makima didn't get to play 1, and 2, I couldn't track what you guys had in cooldowns. Also, was it only Chet that got to play afterwards? I guess so. Sin got to play, Live got to play, Dalaran got to play, and there was a guy before you on team 1 that I think it was a Hunter, if I'm not wrong. I think. I could be wrong. They're missing a guy though. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, we'll just pretend like that match never happened. I have no idea what happened, dude. Switch. Got ourselves team 1 together with Dalaran. I was gonna say, I gotta check out your mod because I was interested in it, but you're not a boomkin. That's actually a life. Lotto over here. I do like the mug. I do like that sword a lot. Oh, there you are. You know what? That set from Pandaria, not my favorite, but it still holds up. The shoulders look clean. Even the mask looks pretty clean. It's like one of those older sets that's like well done. Makima on this team as well as Sinan over as an outlaw rogue with a warrior charging out first. Lintania kind of skulking around, got himself a bit of a reroll and played that outlaw rogue cheap shot, got himself between the eyes immediately. Big Brux's Dalaran is literally at half health and just a handful of globals, popping a defensive immediately for Lintania. Might just be an evasion, goes in for a disarm, just on back to Lintania, doesn't even need weapons, got himself the pistol in the jacket pocket. Dalaran still taking hits. He does get himself at least a little bit of that damage reduction together with enrage regeneration plus a little bit of healing, but without weapons and without any kind of health, he can't really survive this, as Lotto is going to charge in the immediate harpoon onto Lintania. Cloak of Shadows to evade a lot of the damage taken. That Death Chakram is not going anywhere. It's going to get the damage on you one way or another. That's going to give Lotto guaranteed damage. Big stun, massive burst onto Lintania. Goes in for a bit of invasion. Did not have to use it against the warrior, so perfectly using it here for Lotto. Blind, but it's a very short blind with a vanish right after. No Hunter's Mark on him, so should be able to catch a reset. Looks like there is still a dot on him. Able to go for a sap to disrupt the medic minutes for Lotto. Does go in for cheap shot. Trinket immediately out of the Hunter. Lintania needs a defensive down or some kind of a CC. Needs to fight him to lock down Lotto with a cheap shot. Is this going to be enough? Big ambushes to follow. Got himself in between the eyes with pistols right after. Is this going to be enough? Oh, Lotto does end up slamming out the damage until he takes him out. Certified, trying to see if he can finish him off very, very quickly. But Lotto does have a turtle shell saved up for later. As long as there's no dots on Lotto, he might be able to get himself a reset. Freezing Sharp and Certified. Pull your pet back. Manic bandages. Nope. Looks like Certified does end up trinketing out of it. I was thinking maybe he does catch himself a camo. I was thinking maybe Certified had a pet attack him or something, but did force auto trinket out of the priest, which is 1, pretty good for Lotto. 2, you're in camo and you're fine. 3, you got to dodge off that. You got to avoid the shadow crash completely. And as Certified trying to see if he can pick up the eye, big explosive does shock him. Fury, that's going to be a disperse out of the priest, trying to see if he can dampen the damage while using the mobility of disperse to try to catch up. But I guess a hunter, there's no shot you're going to be able to catch up to him whatsoever. The mobility of this class of survival hunter in particular is basically almost unmatched. The only classes that are close to it would be a demon hunter or monk, where hunters are really good at is they can chase, but they can also disengage and utilize the line of sight plus the slows. But if you want to just like raw being able to cover a distance without a target that you can kind of piggyback off of, I think the Demon Hunter might be better for the Lotto. Might just run down to the, oh, he barely lived. Wait, Shadowfiend still got you. I was gonna say for a second, wait a moment. That channel did not have a way to break it. For some reason, I was expecting for like a faint death or something, as life does lock down Certified with a root together with a solar beam, locking him out of spells entirely. Walks in up close and personal with a quick bash. Certified does not have a big defensive yet. Stun into life, playing it super defensive, using his CC in order to stop the damage. Silence out of life, but already the stars were aligned and flying down onto the priest. There's nothing you can do about it. Austin gonna be up next, ready to go. I like this version of the mound, by the way. Is that just a green one, or is that like a unique one? Does swing around the corner with a quick clone. That is a barrage strike it immediately out of Austin, trying to see if he can get himself some damage onto life. Immediately switch it off and removing all of his buffs instantly with a surge, not giving him a turn to run anywhere good with an Arcade Sphere to knock him out of the arena, out of the pillar. Life not giving a chance here to heal whatsoever. Might need a Heart of the Wild as well as double frenzy regen, but it doesn't even matter. The touch of the magic coalesce all this damage. You try to heal it, but touch of the magic still kept track of it all. Kid is shot by the rogue. Does try to see if he can get on top of Austin. All the time is available, so the rogue better be extra careful. Doing quite a bit of damage to Austin, though. That is going to be a barrage with an override after Dust himself a quick charge to reconnect. Austin using the Void Operational to disconnect out of here, knocking him the rogue in the grapple. Does have a step available. The rogue cannot be peeled. Quick gouge to see the mage for a moment. Blind right after. No trinket available. And for Sin, might be looking for a reset. That or another re-stealth and just have himself another go. Get himself a buff. Maybe quite a bit of damage potentially. Cloak shot is available in case he needs it. Does go for the cloak as the touch of magic is on him. Austin looking to recover health. Might be looking at a ice block here. The rogue is getting those resets on between the eyes back to back, trying to see if he can establish full control over the rogue. Sin able to catch up a lot of healing. The Novas and Slopes is all Austin can do in the moment, but the grapple as well as a blade rush together with a shadow step, you cannot peel this guy off of your back whatsoever, but you're able to get quite a bit of damage. Whatever instant cast and procs you can go for, all those do quite a bit of overall damage. The rogue got him so big between the eyes from a distance, able to keep pressure from at least 30 yards away from the mage. So unless you're like a full 40, I don't know if you can do much. That's going to be the rogue staying on Austin the entire time, as the outlaw rogue is going to go for a bit of a reset. If he can catch himself a re-stealth too, he's going to be able to maximize the uptime of his adrenaline rush. For Austin, he needs to find a way to rip through the rogue. That will keep him at bay. It's going to knock him through the fire. Sin has nothing available. Looks like he's going to be going down, touching the magic, slamming on a rogue as the cheat death isn't able to keep him alive here. Does catch Makime and a Nova. Almost caught him with a breath too. Austin does not have an icebox. He needs to use everything he can in order to get away from Makime. If he can control the burst, he is able to at least get away from the secret technique. If he can blink it at the right time, when Sacred Chicken goes off, he will blinks it to get away from him. The images can't chase after the mage, so they're actually like physical beings. They need to materialize, do the damage to the mage, and then fade away. If he's nowhere nearby, he actually misses out quite a bit of that damage. Makima with an evasion. I guess he can't really use anything against... He can't really dodge anything physically from Austin, so he might as well throw it out. Technically, if you're running Feint, you could press evasion just for that 10% damage reduction if you're running Illusion as the talent, but... yeah, most of the rogues are nowadays, at least for duels, but also in PvP in general. Cheat Death is pretty good. Cheat Death is pretty good. Going in for a big one bang, trying to see if you can get as much damage as you can in a short moment. Yeah, Cheat Death is kind of nice. Kidney Shot does lock Austin down at least for 3 seconds or 2 seconds. 2.5. Touching the magic on Makima might be in a bad spot. That's a lot of damage from those missiles within our Arcana Sphere. He knows where you are unless you can dodge it. does end up dodging it, but you're still taking quite a bit of that passive damage from, I think, the Nether Tempest on Makima. It is going to do a number to you. Arcane Orbs to follow, trying to see if you can go for some damage. Vanish right after. And also, I think, trying to go for maybe a Nova to get you out in the open. Trying to see if you can mosey over towards the eye with the Ring of Fire. Makima bailing out of there completely. He has Cloak. He doesn't have advantage though. He has a blind. He has a human racial, but against a mage who has 0 stuns, that racial is not going to get any value at all. Nova, as Makima does get caught out. Blind is so awesome. Maybe potentially has himself a go. Immediate blink for the cheap shot. All the time as well. So he knows that Makima is going to go for full on damage. Cloak shot is for the rogue to cover his assault. Has some advantage in case he needs to. For Awesome, as long as he's able to mitigate that advantage some way, somehow. Vanish into his shadow step. Does Nova him. Doesn't realize the rogue is nearby. But he's going to search for him with that shifting power. Touch it. He just leaves. Wait, why? Wait, why? Hold on. Why? That is so unsatisfying. I know it's a scary arcane mage, but still. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. It was going good. I want to see how big of a burst you will do. Oh, it's okay. We'll get another one going. Man, dude, I get it. Like, he's like, you know what? I know that I lost. I just want to end it. I want to go again next match. But like, I love watching it to like the very, very, very finish. You know what I mean? Man. All right, let's get another one going, boys. Why'd you bail? No point of fighting Seawork. Oh, come on. I don't know, man. I don't like that kind of attitude. You know what? It might be stubborn on me, but there's something dumb that I've said for like ever. If it feels like there's nothing you can do, it's like, no. That's just your mind telling you that. There's always something you can do. Always something you can do better. Even if you get close to that victory, it's worth. It's worth. Can't build too much hype. Can't build too much hype. Oh no, what? All right, let me know when you're ready, my guy. Let's get challenged to a duel. I guess we're like same, what is it? Level, right? Does he know that I'm dueling him? Or no? Okay, he doesn't wanna. Or does he wanna? Okay. I guess we'll do it. I think I'm gonna lose, right? I'm gonna let him get the opener. I'm gonna let this guy. Oh, what's happening? What is happening? Oh, friend. Oh, friend. I'm gonna back away. Let him vanish. Yep. I see you. I see you. Oh, he got a little bit of healing. Okay, I'm gonna give him a shot. Come on. Do your thing. Okay, blind. Disarm? I can't do anything. Want to try to run away. Is this a new player or is this guy just like messing? Hold on, I want to try to see if he can run away. Get away from him. Okay, cheap shot. Have a go. Do it. Do it, my guy. Do it. You got it. You have it. I'm gonna try to make it easier for him. Back it up out of there. Vanish. Good. Good rogue. Don't let me get you out. Oh, almost got you out. Hold on, I'm actually gonna lose if I didn't like start trying. Oh, he's got evasion. Hold on. We could do stun and I-beam, right? Good duel, friend. I think this guy's like a new player. It just feels like he just the way he moves and stuff. It just has that kind of like feel about it. So I didn't want to give him like a bad experience and just like dumpster him, but also I didn't want to give him like just an easy gimme, right? But like a real duel, let him practice stuff. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I would have felt bad to just like. I would have felt bad if it didn't like go at least kind of like even-ish, or at least made it feel like I'm trying, he's trying, or whatever. Can I have a spot? Yo, Sober, how you doing, my guy? Well, if you got a spotsman, we'll get you in. We got a couple of homies that want to join already. I got a couple of DMs too. So we'll get you guys in. We'll rotate you in. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, boys. Did I say that last one? I'll just make sure to save it just in case. Alrighty, let's get another one going. What would you guys do in that kind of situation? New player comes up to duel you. Do you just shove him into the dirt, slam him just to show him like, hey, there's quite a bit of a gap here, right? Because I don't think his character is geared. Mine doesn't have gear either, but he's got like Azerite stuff, which I think is giving me like an advantage. Plus, he doesn't really like know how to play rogue really, so I just didn't want to like bully him. Show your dominance. Yeah, is that what you do, Atho? I knew it, man. I knew it. Feels like that's the alliance in you, right? Alright, switch. Got ourselves team one together with Austin. Gonna be first up versus Makima. A rematch that I really need to see after the last one. Makima, sub-rogue. Austin on the arcane, trying to delay the blink a little bit later, is gonna go letting the secret technique hit, but he's gonna go for that blink. Got himself touching the magic, blind immediately onto Austin, got him some missiles to chase after Makima. And as long as there's Nether Tempest, ooh, Arcanosphere, trying to see if he can knock the rogue back. It's gonna go for a cheap shot, breaking out of fairly quickly, cutting the rogue into the ring of fire as the cloak shot is out for Makima. Polymorph out of Austin, does get himself a juke for a kick. Makima can't really do much here. It's gonna get frozen out unless it's a vanish. Does go for one vanish, have himself a second one. There goes the second, somehow breaks. I don't even know what happened to the second vanish, just denied the second vanish entirely. Ring of fire in one end, and Makima trapped over here on the other end, still dotted, still taking damage. Austin walking up to literally melee through the grates, he's got his walking stick out. Makima with a cheap shot, trying to go for a lockdown, sipping up right after. Austin with yet another touch of the magic, unless Makima can get himself an easy reset, which I don't think is going to happen, unless they can dodge this into missiles to follow. Just riddled with arcane missiles. Just send the payload with a silence immediately to follow. Oh, you can void of racial. The silence is not a cast. Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? Wait, that's so good. He silenced him with a full root, but he's able to send the void racial crawling along the floor, and life can't really lock him down. Even as a druid, you don't have a lot of lockdowns at all, but like that's the one thing you can do to lock down a caster, but even that doesn't work. I had no idea. That is so good. Life having to try to figure things out a little bit. Down in his bark skin, down in the trinket, as well as his personal heal, but still has himself plenty of sustained damage as well as regrowth healing in order to stabilize. Austin looking for Arcanosphere alive, just got trapped up with a ring of fire. Austin moving in closest to make sure that the bowling ball of arcane does not miss. Touching the magic. Life might be looking for a big defensive. Austin blinking in front of him, was not giving the guy any kind of line of sight at all. Using mobility to stay in front of this guy the entire time, and it's just gonna riddle him with even more missiles. My goodness. Lotto, Sinan, as well as Dakalion are up next with a knockback on the polymorph. The fact that that doesn't break the poly is actually crazy to me. It's just like a perfect CC, and you get a knock, you get to control him, you get to put him away, and then you get yourself a setup. It's kind of nice. Sin immediately going in for the big gunslinger build with it between the eyes, slamming pistols into my man Austin. Blind right after, does go for the trinket. Now he doesn't have any easy outs out of a stun into an ambush, and Austin having to go for an ice block. While we are not super high into dampening, only 10%, only 2 minutes into this match, almost 3, just 2 minutes 40 seconds specifically. Like, he's still got himself a decent setup. The rogue got himself plenty between the eyes, can do quite a bit of range damage. All time for Austin, having to use it really early as the rogue is just ramping through his entire go. Austin with the ring of fire, trying to see if he can get the rogue out of the way. Grapple hook over, get the shot. Does he have a blink? I don't think he does. And the rogue does catch him. Wait a second. The rogue does end up turning it around. That is outlaw though. They do have quite a lot more mobility than subtlety. Like, shadow steps, that's gonna give you, like, when you have shadow step, and that's it. It does gotta give you limited mobility, like step to the mage. That's really about it. Lentania up next is Outlaw versus Outlaw. Sin immediately going in for evasion. Lentania with advantage, trying to see if he can get himself an angle around Sin. I don't think he's able to try to go for a stun, I think. But I think might have actually been DR'd. That or dodged it completely. It's going to be a blind to follow. Lentania does have the health advantage with an opener onto Sin. Next stun could be deadly. Lentania does have access to a trinket. Sin does not though, and I think he's going to go down. Cheat death is available. Maybe can somehow live the cheat death. Gouge. Does he have a heal? Kidney? Immediate trinket. There's no way, right? Yeah, there's no way you're not trinketing it. Although Sin did end up working back and vanish. I don't know if he could have maybe like kidney shot and then vanish out. That might have been maybe an opportunity there, but it's kind of rough. Dakalion is going to be up next as he gets hit with a kidney shot. Lentania trying to see if he can just pistol him down. Fear to follow. Got him so full bleeds as Lentania is going to have to find a way to deal with the warrior's damage. Just have a cloak. If he has a cloak to remove bleeds, could do it. Though it being a fury warrior, the bleeds are generally not nearly as threatening. But that 5% damage taken while you're blood up could be kind of rough if they're playing that new command or the new shout talent that they added for, I think it was Send 2. as Decalion can't really find Linthenia, still holding on to his defensive. Sap is able to break out of it, or rather Lin is going to be able to ambush past it. So Linthenia, question is, do you have an evasion? Because if you got evasion for the main defensive of Dak, that could be huge. Got himself a shift, trying to see if he can kind of waddle out of it. Does go for the evasion for Dak. Kind of limited on his healing for a moment. Maybe has CC for Linthenia if you got a Stormbolt or Fear or something. Getting to Linthenia kind of low, actually. Big execute could be massive. Linthenia is super, super low. Does turn around with a kidney shot. And no way for the Warrior to break out of it. Wait, hold on. He does break out of it. I guess it was super DR'd. Disarm, blind. Linthenia is actually kind of feeling the burn right now. If Dak has second wind, staying away from the Rogue might actually be the play, because he might be able to get some kind of healing. Does he have second wind? I don't even know if he does. I can't tell. He needs a CC for the Rogue. Otherwise, wait, stun. Maybe something you could work with. Do you have a heal? Does pick up one heal. If he has a disarm or something or anything for Linthenia, he might maybe stabilize here. Does lock him down to stun for just a moment. Avatar is available. Big pistols are out for Linthenia and just guns the Warrior down as he charges into the frame. With Lotto as the last man standing on Team 1, needs to find a way to take down Linthenia, catch a quick reset, and whether he's going up against Rep, Chet, or Certified, he needs to find a way to slam them down, take them out of the game, and then find a way to recuperate heals in between of competitors. It's going to be Linthenia with the Cloak of Shadows, Death Shock him spinning on him. Lotto just going in for a pet sack, trying to see if he can trust that kidney shot doesn't die in it. Linthenia trying to back up out of them, might be able to catch a reset. Let's see what Huntress does. Hunches him. That's exactly what Lotto needed. Unless Linthenia picks up some Cloak of Shadows at some point in the future, there was only so much you can do. You'll be able to find you with a pet. Sending the Wasp actually at him immediately. Out of all the pets you could have gotten, why a Wasp? I won't say I have a fear of wasps, but I really, really hate them, just to the bone. It's in my fibers of my being, man. I can't stand it. It does eat a massive explosion. Kill shots followed. She dead last second. Does get himself just a little bit of healing. It's gonna go for a drone rush, but I think it's just over as the Wasp does end up stinging him down. Next up, it's either going to be the Priest, Demon Hunter, or Red. I think Lotto is in a good spot if he's going up against Priest. Maybe Demon Hunter, but Demon Hunter and Red would be definitely one of the more tougher matchups, especially with the damage they do. As Lotto is behind on some of his defensives, I don't know if you use Survival of the Fittest or Fortification of the Bear against Linthenia. He might not even be playing Fortification of the Bear. He might be playing the Master's Call pet with the Cunning pet, but I'm not 100%. Stun onto Rep. If you can get some damage from a distance, does go in for a big hit. Does struck him. Fury of the Eagle, avoiding the hunt with a stun around the corner. Does get a stun onto Rep. Trinket to follow. Hold on. Lotto might be able to get himself just enough range into a disarm onto Rep, kind of limiting his ability to do damage. Is going to be a, I think a tar trap that or a disarm into a freezing trap, able to back away. Hold on, if you're able to keep him a distance, get yourself some manning advantage. This could be huge. Does go in for the harpoon with a kill shot. But at rapid, no health whatsoever. You just hit one good hit and then catch a reset. Does have poison on him. That poison is going to do enough. With Certified charging in, hold on. This could give you a potential chance here. Goes in for Turtle. Looking for the reset. Trap down for Certified. If he goes in for the dots on the pet, now it's going to make it harder for Lotto to catch a camo. Unless you just dismiss the pet entirely and then catch a camo, you're not going to be able to get any kind of easy heals out of this. Unless you literally just get rid of the pet. That thing is going to be dotted. It's not going to make it easy for you. Lotto, watch your pet. I swear if you press the camera right now, stun on Certified is going to have to walk into it. Big Death Shock him. We'll take it that stun and trying to see if we can maximize something. Going for the hit and run. Certified, no health. Does go for Disperse. This is fine. This is good. Goes in for a fear on your pet too. Your pet is separated. You kind of might be in a weird spot. Stun to follow. Certified does not have an answer. No trinkets. Does have it available, but Lotto is able to get pistol shots, or rather kill shots with a crossbow. And Chad is the last one left. Now the question is, does Chad give Lotto a chance here to catch himself a full reset? Because if he just gets a little bit extra health to work with, he might be just fine. As Chet is charging out 8 minutes into the match, 45% dampening, bubble, bop, and everything available. Chet trying to see if he can get himself some extra range, some extra damage on the Lotto, sending out the traps. Does go for Exile. He needs to find a way to keep the not the Hunter, but the Paladin at bay. I think it's going to be Chimeric Poison, right? Or no, it's just going to be a concussive shot. Does have himself Death Shock, mad damage to the Chet. Back it up out of there. I don't think he wants to give up the bubble immediately, but he does want to see if he can use bubble as well as an immunity to have freedom of attack in Lotto. Lotto needs a lot of defenses for this one. Like, his name is just fitting for the situation. He just needs a lot of help right now. Trying to see if he can maybe kite Chet into a freezing trap. If you gotta avoid him for a little bit, you need recovery. Next stun could be the end of you, especially with an immunity. There goes the immunity. Lotto needs something for this one. Disengages out of this as fast as possible. Lotto, Chet rather, does not have mobility. He's able to throw in judgments. Big explosive, hold on a second. There's a bubble at the end, so you didn't even bubble there. That was just, I think, Shield of Vengeance. Stunning him. This could be an opportunity. Paladin, I think, has him ready. Awake him. Ash is slamming him down. He did it to have that big go. I thought he bubbled early, but he didn't. He saved it until the perfect moment. Stun into a bubble, into a full go. Nothing Lotto could do, but he was bringing it back for his team little by little, clawing back that victory. If only he had Turtle, or like a full onset camo, or just find a way to like kite the guy out and stay miles away from him, I think that's the only way he would have been able to probably do this, right? I feel like there's just not much he could have done. That's just a rough one, rough situation to be in. But he played really, really well, to be honest. Let's get another one going. Onomas, 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 boys. Get you guys all in here again. PB as well as Linthania, let me know if you guys are ready to go. Or if you want to switch up teams, let me know if you need more bodies. We'll have you guys listed. I can help out with all that. Let me know. Also, where's Night King? Where's my homie? Ready? Ready? Are you guys... Wait, hold on. Rewrite me again if you're ready. Because I don't know if that was a message from last or... If that was a message from just now. What's up, Susie? How you doing, my guy? Very nice. I think he did really good. Close, dude. It's very, very close. These duels are so intense. That is the best part of 5v5 duels, is when they're that intense. Ready? Beautiful. We'll do a... We've done hook point. Let's do like a Dalaran sewers. I don't want to do Blade's Edge too early. I feel like Blade's Edge is really good for casters and certain mobility classes, like warlocks, monks with a port and whatnot. Even pretty good for hunters like Beastmaster in particular. Oh no, pet class will probably suffer on that map a little bit more because of the ramp, and then the pets can just jump off the bridge. They just have to run all the way around, but like they can still be really good. I don't know. I guess it depends where you fight them. If you're fighting them along the bridge, they can just send them on behind your pillar, and you have to jump, you have to run away from them, and then that just kind of limits you with where you can go. But if you're actually able to get up and down the pillar very, very easily, yeah, then having the pets just kind of run, not attacking, kind of wasteful. But yeah, we'll try to see if we can get that one going. I don't think it's worked. We'll try it again. We'll try a different arena if that one's just not working properly. Sewers, and it's... maybe? Possibly? If ever? Or not? Or not? Let's try, if not, Dalaran sewers. I don't know, Tiger's Peak? I feel like Tiger's Peak is a little early that we normally do it. But let's send it. Tiger's Peak worked. I guess Dalaran sewers were just filled. Too many homies hanging out in sewers, you know what I mean? Too many cretins hanging out in my sewers, where I derive all my content from, man. It's just a sewage line, just a pipeline of bad ideas and broken dreams. Glass shards. Alrighty, let's get another one going, boys. I'm enjoying this a lot, by the way. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I am, man. These are a ton of fun. I love them. Alrighty. Chat, could you please be like Holy Sire yesterday and tell me if I got something in my mustache? In order for me to wipe it when I'm drinking my coffee. I'd be really, really sad if I'm sitting here like looking dumber than I already do. Switch. You know what I mean? Dalaran gonna be hit with a cheap shot as Linthania immediately rushes out, leaving the guy at about 50% health before he even had a moment to take a breath as he's going in for a bleed. Dalaran getting disarmed, so does Linthania. Cloaks of Shadows just to remove the bleed as well as the disarm, just to keep the pressure going with the human Rachel to break out of some. Dalaran is not given a chance to even touch the rogue as he got himself evasion. That's also going to be a stun, just able to back away. He can't even run as he tries to run. Linthania just not going to let it happen. You get opened up by rogue. Sitting half health immediately in the opener. Not even a subtlety rogue, just some random pistol slinging cowboy wannabe McCree lookalike yellow class just blasting you for no reason. Can't touch him because you got evasion. Can't run away because he'll just stun you. Like, what do you do in this situation? Then you might just go down and cheat death, trying to see if you can back up out of that. I think he's just done. Hold on a second. H auto is just actually close to killing you. Blind to fall. I think it's just over, right? Sin? Is he trying to make it? Oh, he was trying to see if he can make it all look nice and pretty with a quick gouge. Sinister Strike does get himself a double hit there too. As it's going to be Seavark next versus Sin, switching out from one mage to the next. You got like a Frost mage and like a Fire mage now, don't you? But I noticed just now. I was going to say for a second, what is this axe? It almost looked like the Lego. He's got himself full stun, full burst on the Sin with a Ray of Frost. His man just down. He's pretty close to it. Sin at no help whatsoever. No cloak of shadows. Does he himself advantage? He needs a shadow mold or something. Got himself a grapple, but these slows, these roots are detrimental. Big glacial at the ready. Got himself line of sight and is able to dome the rogue quite handily. Also, you were running Ice Form, which gives you immunity to stuns. Live trying to see if you can close the gap on you, but not going to be able to easily. It's got to be you don't have the Void Operational List time around, but you can shot him up while in stealth or while in CC'd. So technically that's still pretty good. Life knows you're there. It knows you're someone nearby. He's still getting rained down by stars. Does get himself a full freeze. Life cannot go anywhere. Does pre-stun this one. Trinket out of Seavark. Trying to see if he can blast out Life. Is it going to be enough? They got himself the most amount of damage into a stun immunity with a glacial right after. Got himself Bear Form Convoke just to give himself as much recovery as possible. Ray of Frost singeing into the, I guess singeing or freezing or shattering or I don't even know what. Technically isn't something so frozen. It's almost like it has a burning effect. Isn't that a thing? Isn't that like actual science, or am I just making it up right now? As Frostbolt's flying in for Seavark. Also like Yamag. I like this thing a lot. Even the shoulders are kind of match. Look at that thing. That red and all that. A Life able to at least get away from Seavark for just a moment into a glacial, rooting him out in place. Able to send in lances as well as flurries back to back, keeping him in play. As Life able to at least keep himself maintained. Barkskin got himself Heart of the Wild. Silence on the Seavark. Finally able to get himself a moment of peace as he goes in for regrowth. He got himself an opportunity to root and silence the mage, and he takes that moment just to get himself a little bit of healing into a breath. Ring of Frost, I think he got you, right? Unless you have an out for this one, does try to go for the bastard, but he's immune to stunts into a Ray of Frost, blasting you out. Full burst available. Trying to see if you can flap out of this situation, but I think your goose is cooked, my guy. With Lotto as well as Makima as the last two left and available for either team. Is it going to be Makima who's hanging out with these boys, or is it going to be Lotto over there? I think they're still trying to figure it out. Hunter's actually pretty good against Mage, normally. We saw a lot of that yesterday. We had Adam blasting it on Frost and a little bit Arcane. I don't think he ever played Fire either though, but he was doing work. But at Hunter, I feel like every single time just came up and was able to turn it around versus the guy pretty handily. Seavark trying to see if he can maybe take the Death Shotgun with him. Goes in for, was that an invisible ult time? I think it was ult time, just trying to see if he could reposition. Blizzards, just trying to see if he could prolong the Death Shotgun buff away from Lotto, not to give him that 50% damage increase. It's going to knock him into a freeze. It's going to double freeze him with a Snowdrift into a Spike. Trinket out of Lotto immediately. Got himself a freezing trap onto Seavark. He knows it's going to be the most amount of burst, but a Trinket is out for the Hunter, and he can't really do much about it. Flare down. Seavark with the Ring of Frost. Got himself full zonal setup with the Blizzards. Ring of Frost as well as Frozen Orb. Lotto cannot really close the gap at all. All he can do is go for the ranged abilities. Does get himself the Coordinated Assault, so he got himself at least a little bit of range output with kill shots as well as grenades. Glacial Spike for Seavark. Then into a Lotto trying to go for a shot him. Does still get frozen either way. Those Spike right after. Does have himself a big defensive. Seavark backing up out of there. Has himself the ability to reposition back behind the pillar. Has himself Snowdrift coming up very soon. Sitting down for food momentarily as Lotto going in for a bit of a reheal. Freezing trap next to Lotto if Seavark can somehow avoid it. Get himself full breath into Lotto. He might be alright. Stun really early. Seavark trying to see if he can swing around the pillar. Might be walking to the freeze. No. Board's back actually. Frost. Full setup. Lotto has nothing here. Fully frozen. Big Spike. Ray of Frost. I don't even know how you're alive. Is that a pet sack? Might be a pet sack that barely kept you alive versus that Glacial. I feel like that thing should have done a lot more damage than it did. Blink it out of that stun. Trying to see if you can go for Ring of Frost, but it's going to be a lot of trying to reposition out of there. Seavark is hurting a little bit though. It's a little bit of pain taken. Got him some shields. Got himself 2 ice blocks still, so he hasn't used Cold Snap or anything. And then there's a freezing trap that's been waiting for him around the corner this entire time. That's Chakram for Seavark. If he can mitigate this damage, that's going to be huge for him. What? I am sorry? What just happened? How much of his health was gone in a single global? Okay, I know that it was an explosive trap, or explosive shot. I'm confusing the two pretty badly. Explosive shot together with like a flanking strike? Or is that like a rapture, or is that a Mungus bite? I don't even know. Not a lot of health available. He had himself apparently the biggest haymaker for Seavark with the biggest one banger that I've ever seen. But does Rep trying to see if he can catch up to him? I don't know if Lada's got enough to get himself out of this situation. Rep is running for it, dude. Run, little buddy, run. Such a good animation. You're just rushing out. You get frozen, just get put on a treadmill. Nothing you can do. Lada trying to see if he can finesse around Rep, just maneuver around the guy, but not quite enough. My goodness. Oh man, I need to know what Lada did with Seavark. I need to know that, like, Seavark, can I get like a full death breakdown? I just want to know what the hell happened there. Like in the DMs, if you can do that. I don't know if you got details or anything like that running in the background. But flanking strike explosive at the same time. How much damage did everything do there? I just trolled. I don't know, man. It wasn't always death. I feel like whenever a death chakram is on me and then there is a explosive, like from a rogue perspective, I'm like, that's gonna hurt, but I think I'm okay. I have 30% health. I guess it depends, right? I guess it depends. They both hit for 150. Okay, yeah, both hit for 150. There's nothing that lives that. Never mind. Oh my god. Did they both crit, or is it just like a normal hit? Because by god, if that's a normal hit of any one of these, I'd be scared to see what the hell a crit does with both of them. Gotta be full burst. Makima trying to see if you can play the Kyrian setup. Hold on, I saw you playing resounding. I saw the little hit. Flank and crit, explosive didn't. Really? So explosive did 150, or is that all together they did 150 damage? Or is it just like both of them did 150? Because if explosive does 150 without a crit, that is just wacky and wild. Got himself a full stun. Rep trying to see if he can lock down Makima. IMM available. Does back up out of there really quickly. Makima no health. Does have a cheat death. Goes in for a shot at him just to springboard off of Rep. Although Makima might just go down here. He does have evasion. No more vanishes. Needs himself a full dance or something. Does he have anything at all? Does go for the cheap shot. Rep, is he gonna live this? That's a full secret technique. It does no damage though. That's without a dance. Hold on, Rep. Maybe he has something available at all whatsoever. Fear. Does he have a heal? Darkness? Does he have a stun? Stun? Does he have anything? Blade dance, hold on. Oh, no way, Rep. Guy literally lived at 1 health or 0 health. What is this? That was crazy. Like it did 220k. Oh, okay. I'm glad we got the correction. It does 220k. Oh my god, yeah, flank hits twice. Yeah, it has a pet hit, normal hit, yeah. Yeah, explosive. Yeah, explosive just hits for 135. Oh no, even more than that. It was an overkill. That's not even a crit. It was a 135 plus 91 overkill, so like 200k, not overkill. Are you kidding me? My god. Let's get another going. Yo, I saw in the comments everybody is like, oh man, there's gonna be an arena full of casters, and I'm like, you know what? After seeing how much damage a survival hunter can do, 220k flanking strike, 200 basically for explosive shot. That was an overkill. That would have been 200 known crit. Yeah, the armor buff couldn't come soon enough. Honestly, it's crazy. It is crazy. That was the frost shield too. Was it actually? Was that absorbed? Oh no shot. Because it was about 30% health, right? Yeah, it was about 30%. Death Shotgun started spinning, and then it was a flanking strike into the explosive kind of all at once. Yeah, just press, just use a healing ability in 0.7 seconds, or less than that actually. Yeah, because all of them just kind of connected at a 0.00, like zero. Yeah, one heal. Yeah, if this was a man plus and that's what was my death log, I would have been like, come on healers, can you guys heal me? I just rotted. You know, I died in 0.01 seconds, but it's like, that's a rot, man. You can heal that. Can I get a healing over? Can I get a hot from that? Come on. Come on, Pete. What are you doing? Or suckles. One bloom. One bloom. All right. Ready? We're ready? Awesome. Let's get another one going. Do you guys need help like getting groups together, or when you lose a body, or are you guys setting it up on your end? Because I can help out. I haven't seen you guys like need assistance or anything. My flank's so strong, I feel like a first one shield. Scar, you did really good. Don't get me wrong, that was nuts. I'm just like amazed by how much damage had happened all in a single global. But it's like, it makes sense, right? Because the explosive shot has a delay, and then flanker strike can be used as the thing happens. So it's always really good, don't get me wrong. But it's just like, it's also still wacky, just like some classes could just do those kind of things. And that's just it. They just can do that. Others can't. And it's just crazy. Survival Hunter Burst, I don't know what it is, man. Maybe I'm the only one. It's just not a spec that you see all that often. For like PvE or PvP generally. Maybe more for PvP, but like in general, they're not a Beastmaster Hunter or like an Arms Warrior or a Subtlety Rogue, right? Or, I don't know, Destro Warlock, Demon Warlock, you know? Or Breasted Druids or Disc-Based, you name it, right? There are some specs that definitely pop up quite a bit, like Windwalkers recently started popping up a lot more. Survival doesn't show up a lot, but it's like a lot of people forget, and even I do, that it's like they're deadly. They just get a good setup, you're done. Some of those hits are huge. All right, let's get us another one to Twitch. Is it because I'm a mage? Yeah. That 35% armor, man, that's gonna feel great, huh? Lentania ready to go over for the team 2 versus a life. I don't think those two gonna duel each other. Boomy versus an outlaw. I feel like in most cases Boomkin does not do well against an agility class. They are actually taking away some armor from Boomkins and just 25% less armor in a little bit here. So that's gonna be a little bit terrified actually. That's gonna be just a little bit scary. As Lentania got himself a reroll, knows he's next to a life at somewhere. Almost went for a Blade Flurry. He's trying to see if he can stay in stealth and maximize that Adrenaline Rush uptime as best as he can. It's going to be up to life. Either he is feeling like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to play stealth. Maybe I'd rather start with a boom or with a bear form. At least start with a bit of that survivability. Does give Lentania an opportunity to at least like establish a go. Is that sap just to reduce his healing? Actually, not the worst idea. Does go for the Barskin immediately. Lentania just ramping up the damage. Get himself between the eyes back to back. Barskin for life. Does get plenty of life. Trinket out of Lentania with the human racial. Vanish to follow just to maximize the optimal Adrenaline Rush. Hold on a second. No dots up on Lentania, so he can just have himself another go. He's still got Adrenaline Rush. You see those like red little like lights? Those twinkling lights? He's just a twinkling star, man. He's got still that Adrenaline Rush rolling the entire time. It hasn't faded at all. It's like 20 seconds, but it's like he could prolong it with stealth abilities. Gonna be alive, backing up out of there. Cloaker shots for Lentania. I don't think anything he can do right now. Zaboom can try to see if he can survive the trinket to follow. I don't even know if he trinket anything. I think it was just a panic trinket blind to follow. As Lentania's Adrenaline Rush is still rolling. It's been a minute. He's had it for a minute. It should be falling off anytime soon, right? Life is at least able to get himself a little bit of healing. Needs to find a way out of here. But I guess an Outlaw has got like infinite mobility. I don't really know if there's anything can really be done. With a stun, Barskin coming up in just a second. It is going to give you just a little bit of survivability. Life at some point is going to have to find a way to turn around and get some damage back to Lentania. But he's having just a force and playing the Guardian form. He's forcing Bear just to get himself as much healing as possible. Maybe at some point he'll be able to get some kind of like dots on Lentania, deny him the stealth, maybe recover all the health in the world. Got himself an opportunity to at least get a couple of regrowths as Lentania looking for a reset. Still has Adrenaline Rush rolling the entire time. He still hasn't lost it. It's just constantly there. He's just fueling. He just fueled up and ready to go this entire time. Stun, full between the eyes. Nothing he can do in this situation. Second stun right after. I think it's just over, right? Unless someone leaves it. He's just trying to bear with the damage here, man. He's just trying to tussle it out. Got himself trying to mostly heal, not attack the entire enemy team. As he tried to go for a Convoke while in Resto form. Trying to get himself as much self-sustainability as possible. I don't really know. I think once he fell behind, it was just over. He's just playing catch-up the entire time. And it's just, yeah. That's all you can do. Sin charging out onto Lentania, trying to see if he can punish this out with the Brigand. Goes in for a trinket with a quick vanish, looking for a reset. The Outlaw Rogues don't really get the ability to bleed each other up. So it's not like you can really dot him. Lentania does see Sin, able to get a cheap shot on him. For Sin, it's an opportunity to maybe go for a stun or trinket, potentially of his own. Got himself an evasion. Dance available. Wants to see if he can maybe get himself a setup of his own. Lentania with a blind. It's going to be very short blind. Does give Lentania an opportunity to bail out. Is going to go for a blind back to Lentania. Maybe he can get a sap. Cheap shot instead, just letting that CC sit there for a little bit. Roll the bones in between a cheap shot, not the best. You kind of don't want to be using roll the bones while you're having yourself a go. But he still get himself quite a bit of damage. Lentenia still taking huge hits back to back. Shrink out of the Sin. Kidder shot on Lentenia. Does have a cheap death. Kidder shot back out to Sin. Get himself quite a bit of damage. I don't know if you can maybe step him to juke him. Does go in for a grapple hook. Just looking to get himself out of that situation as best as possible. Sin looking to keep him away from being able to really recover. Does get himself another vanish. No dots against Sin. Out in the open, Lentenia might go for a blade flurry. No, I think it's just going to go for a bit of reset. Sin had himself a drone rush, looking for the eye. If Lentenia's nearby, he could maybe get a sap. Sees him, and I think Sin should hopefully be able to see him too. No, he's looking. He's looking in every direction. He doesn't know he's right under him. He should be looking at the corners. Should be able to find him now. That's going to be cheap shot. Lentenia just going in for it. Do you have enough of a go? You have a blind. You could get yourself a bit of a go with a blind, or at least just reset. Blind just to catch a reset. Do you have a grapple? Does have a grapple. If anything, try to stay on him. Does not give an opportunity to escape whatsoever. Sin is going to go for a step for Lentenia, trying to see if he can avoid him as best possible. Does go for the human racial stun. Back into Sin. Lentenia has no help whatsoever. Still holding on to cheat death. Even if it even procs. Maybe it'll proc. Maybe it won't proc. Trying to keep the pressure on him the best possible. Sin, super low health, cheat death. Oh, Lentenia somehow does end up taking it. Are you kidding me? How? Makima charging out, and Lentenia does not find him. Does not, wants to AoE him out if at all possible. Does get cheap shotted on. Trinkets out of it immediately. Lentenia looking to vanish out. He does get himself enough calm points just to get himself a vanish. Makima with an AoE. Does get Lentenia out in the open. Cheap shot. Still got himself cheat death. Blind available. Maybe could somehow escape. Oh, you had no health. Oh, grapple. Oh, he had a dot on you or something at that point. Did it trinket for it? He trinketed for it. Hold on. He trinketed something. I'm not sure what, but he definitely trinketed something. Big burst by Reb does not trinket this blind though. But he might, if he's careful enough, could deny the reset for Makima. Does have a cloak, does have a vanish if you have yourself a sight. Oh, that's a big defensive for Makima. That's a big commit. Hold on a second. You will not have the cloak later. Because that's quite a lot of the chaos damage that you can just deny with the Cloak of Shadows. As Rab trying to see if he can swing around versus Makima. Goes in for a cheap shot. Very defensive though. For Reb, this is good. He's stacking up those DRs and stuns. That means Makima cannot really go aggressive. Metamorphosis, but Makima goes in for a step. Almost to get away. Kidder shot. Rep knows he's fine. Makima with a stun. Cannot break out of this one. Use the trinket all versus Lentenia. I'm to follow. Nothing he can do about it. Just to cheat death. If you have a dot, I think it's over. Yeah, try to go for sipping up last second, but the dots have set in. Whether it's the bleeds, whether it's the burns from the foul, it does take the damage either way, though. Dak does hit a full-on hunt straight to the face, taking huge hits, got him some big defenses. Rep is the one who was trying to play defensively. Dak is the one getting that opener, but now he's the one who's having to play super defensively. As Rep is able to go super aggro, stun right after as the trinket is down. Hold on a second, Dak does not have a defensive anymore. He has either got to play super defensive or CC heavy. Just peel, just kite, just run. Let second one kick in. Rev doesn't even give him a chance. Just rushes past the guy, splitting him in two with Lotto, trying to get as much damage as he can easily on Rep with a kill shot. Does not want to let him out of sight at all. This is going to be certified up next. For Lotto, we are at 33% dampening, so your healing is going to be limited. And with dots on you that you can no longer remove like you used to be able to, that's going to be certified. Opportunity to maybe get some damage on you. He's able to root the pet, maybe even dot up the pet. Lotto is not going to be able to catch himself a reset. Wants to go in, see if he can maybe end this duel quickly. Doesn't interrupt him on Shadow. Hold on, this could be huge. Certified trying to use whatever holy abilities he got in order to keep himself alive. Disperse if all it does, get himself at least a reset that he needed to. As the most amount of damage is out for Lotto. Kill shots are still going through him. That's going to be an explosive shot together with a flanking. Is it enough though? Grenade right after does get himself one more kill shot that he needed. That burst damage, unless you just play super defensive for it, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of crits, especially if kill shots crit too and everything. Plus you also have the Tears of the Sphere crit heavy too. That all together could be really strong. And for Lotto, it worked out really well. Chat giving him as much of an opportunity as possible to get a proper honor duel. At least let him catch a full-on camo, able to heal up. Whatever cooldowns he's able to recuperate, that's going to be good. But down for Lotto right now is going to be Trinket available, Acceleration available. I don't know about Survival of the Fittest or Master's Call or Fortification of the Bear or any of those other things. He might be okay by himself as is, but not a guarantee. It's going to be Judgment sent in. Dash Chakra to follow. Stun to Lada. Does not have an out for this one. He's definitely going to have to trade some kind of a cooldown here. It's going to be a feign death for just a moment. Gives him a bit of defense. Stun on Shed. Does get himself a pre-sanct in order to reduce the value of that stun. Mad damage on a Lotto. Maybe looking at a turtle right now. Does get himself survival to finish. It's quite a bit of DR. But it's going to be that turtle either way, though. For Chet, still got himself a bubble, so he's okay. If Lotto could find a way to peel Chet off of his back, he'll be great. It's going to be blind to follow. Got himself a perfect setup. That's going to be... Oh, the combo. What was that? Is that the Judgment, Templars, everything? He just kind of waited. Big haymaker. He kind of just sank all of it at once. I love that. That actually looked really good. That was such a combo there. Well done. Yo, Red did pretty good there too. My goodness, dude. The DH. God, some of the damage they put out is kind of nuts. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Ready? Alrighty. If you guys want to switch up the teams a little bit or swap around bodies, you're more than welcome to, by the way. More than welcome to. Let me get 497-ish, I think. Ready? Alrighty. Let me get the fan going, and then we'll queue another one. Just because it's getting hot in my room right now. What's up, LA? How you doing, man? Whew. It's still winter technically, but it's starting to get kind of warm now. But I live by the coast, so that's probably why. Weather here is a little weird. We barely get like snow. Usually, this place used to get snow like once every 10 years or something. It's gotten a little bit more common, but not nearly as much. It's still like, I think it's been definitely a few years since we got the snow last time. What I miss, NC work? No. We're loving my NC work. When if I want to really quick swapping characters, cool. Let me know when they're good to go. And we'll get you guys going into a, I've not seen a boom kit in a while. Boomies can do quite a bit of damage if you're comfy with it, but you gotta play like a very particular build. You had some boomies do well, but it's like not an easy class to pick up for duels at all though. I think they're better for like 2v2, 3v3s, but in the 1v1, they're a little bit harder to like get going. Ori, when he used to show up to these duels, man, that guy was a blaster, especially back in Shadowlands when you played that Necrolord boomkin before anybody really started playing it, right? Most people wore Nightface still, right? Because you just blast somebody down with Nightface and it was really good. But he was picking up Kyrian boomkin and doing some numbers with that. He was picking up Nightface or Necrolord boomkin and doing the damage over time with that. That was really fun. Let's do another Nagrand because we were really going through all these really quickly. We got Lordaeron to get through. I think it's about it, right? No, there's one more map we never got to do. I think we got to do Dalaran sewers at all. So we got Lordaeron, we got Dalaran sewers, we got plenty. We got plenty of them. Yeah. So, you think I joined later, Dal? Yeah, Susie, more than welcome to, man. More than welcome to. Hopefully Team 1 will get their +1 there in just a second. Here we go. So I do like the amount of Outer Rogues that we've seen recently, man. I've been seeing a lot more people picking that spec up. It's actually really fun right now. It's in a pretty decent spot. It's definitely not like as crazy as it was back during like what last few seasons of SL, if not complete like final season with all the vanishes and resets. But it's got quite a bit of that PvE damage and cleave damage right now. Not between the eyes setups. It's pretty good. Actually pretty good. Switch. Got ourselves team 2 together with Chat over on the Retribution Paladin Array to go with Seawork over in the back as a Frosty. We got an Exert over as a Feral Druid. Which one did we switch over? Was it Certified? Might have been Cert. With Linthania as well as Rep over on the standby as the two Druids looking for each other. Feral versus Balance. Normally, the cat is the chicken every single time. Although I think, that was a Feral Druid that Sensei brought in, like a homie of his. I forget that man's name because I'm not good with names at all, but he was blasting melees. Technically, Ferals are still really good against casters of the Boomkin, but Boomies, like if played optimally, ooh, you got quite a bit of damage in general. Got ourselves Dak over on the team 1 with life out in the open. We got Lotto, Makima, as well as Sin waiting with that Adrenaline Rush perma. And these two are still kind of chilling. Feral wins the seem confident stealth. Yeah. But like Boomkin Sector can do really well against Ferals. But Ferals right now in PvP are a little bit weird. In general. They're in a bit of a weird spot, like an actual ladder. But in a 1v1, they're still really, really good. Makasio gets a piece later. Can fast forward. Come on, Wes. You should see some of the earlier duels, Wes, dude. You should see some of the earlier ones. Alright, Live trying to see if he could bait and exert out. He's ready for this duel, man. 10% dampening. It's only going to get worse for him. Stunned by the Feral. Wants to go for the dots into his shadow build? What is this opener and then catch yourself a re-stealth? By the way, Feral buffs coming out on Tuesday. Those are looking really, really good. Even buffing the Moonfire build too. Not for maybe for PvP also, but I know they're buffing it for PvE for sure. Some of those talents are getting buffed up for both. Gonna be full convoke by light. I blinked and I missed it. I know he got knocked up in the air and then he just died. I blinked and I missed it. You know, I was talking about how Ferals usually win this kind of matchup, but Boomies can do well. I think that's what I meant by Boomies can do well. Wait, did you miss a Cyclone? Was that a Shadow Melt? He melted your clone, but he still got a clone either way, though. He had himself a trinket to break out of it. Life needs everything. He needs to survive right now. Heart of the Wild. He needs to get some barrel fortification rolling in. Where's the Ursol's health buff when you need it? From Pandaria, it does go down. Barks can still not available. Unless you got yourself maybe like a root on the guy and then just fled the scene of the crime. That's about all you could have done. Stone into Rep, not much you could really do right now. Drink out of Sin, just to keep the pressure rolling. Rep with an immunity, able to at least avoid some of the damage taken. Sin with an evasion. Rep needs to find a way to CC Sin, that'll draw darkness. Flying up in the air, decided to establish aerial dominance. Sin backing up out of there. Rep, though, is still kind of in a weird spot. We'll be able to see Sin, hopefully. Trying to go for a bit of a, okay. Darkness, maybe that'll be enough. Stun, as Sin tried to see if he can close the gap. Blade Dance, maybe. Got himself a big cleave. Oh, hold on a second. Got himself a quick charge. Needs to get back into darkness if possible. And Sin still got plenty of damage, so he's staying on you with a Cloak of Shadows. Maybe not Cloak of Shadows. There was definitely Dance, but it looked like Cloak for a second. As Shadow's going to be up next. Immediate stab by the Rogue as he does get clipped by the Consecration, but it's able to bail out of there fairly quickly. Sin and DH, that was a close one. I was thinking the DH may just have it, but Sin barely lived by this kind of a sea. Still holding on to cheat down too, as Chet trying to see if he could proc it. Vanish out of Sin, able to break out of there, is able to go in for pistol shots immediately. He's just relentless, he's just aggressive. He sees the Shield of Vengeance, he doesn't care. That's going to be cheat death into a blind. I guess he's just trying to see if he can pop Paladin's bubble. Just trying to put his cheat death and cooldown just to get the most value out of it, right? Pistoling the guy from a distance. Hold on a second. Got himself a bit of an evasion. Chet still can hit him. Hold on. Some of the abilities cannot be dodged easily. This rogue is just staying in the entire time. Hold on. Is he going to get a bubble out of the guy? Auto attack. Full wings. Chet got himself plenty of damage. Sin without a cheat death just goes in with a hammer. Trying to find some cover. Knowing that there's going to be somebody next up running out of that side of the arena. And Chet's still holding on to an immunity for now. This could be huge for him right here. Blind immediately onto Lotto, trying to see if he can maybe secure himself a little bit of line of sight behind the pillar into a human ratio to break out of that stun. That's going to be a full setup by Lotto with big bursts as the Fury of the Eagle comes out. Chet got himself a bubble, trying to see if he can go counter offensive versus Lotto as he got himself big defenses. Chet with a stun, Blade super defensive, Harpoon right after. Can't really break out of this one. Shield defense last second, giving you literally no health to work with. You go for heal or just go full on damage. I think he tried to see if he can go full on aggression mode, but couldn't quite sustain. That's going to be a binding shot onto Lintenia as he's trying to see if he can close the gap immediately and does get hit with a stun. Trinkets out of it immediately with a human racial. Did you try to go for a stun on the pet? He did go for a stun on the pet, but a freezing trap is going to stop you. For Lotto, he does need to go for Hunter's Mark. Grapple Hook is going to let the Owl Rogue close that gap so easily. Feign Death for just a quick second as Lotto trying to find his way out of this situation. Cloak of Shadows for Lintenia, trying to go for Exposed Shot, will not be able to land it whatsoever. Dak or Makima are going to be up next. It's going to be Dak charging in before Lintenia find himself a resale. Does go in for the big bleed. Trinket out of Dak really early though. Does go in for a stun to follow onto Lintenia. Able to get himself quite a bit of damage. Blind to follow. No more Trinket. Lintenia still has a bleed. Rotting him for a little, but unless Dak can reconnect easy quickly, he should be able to catch a reset either way though. Does not have any more dots. Yeah, the blades for Fury Warriors just don't last long at all. They're solid if you can stay on the target the entire time, but they're not solid whatsoever. Does go for the couple ambushes, missing that, maybe using that shockwave a little bit too early before he turn around for Lintenia. Does at least enable his defensive. Lintenia with an evasion able to avoid the ability for Dak to even hit a bloodthirst or two. Still can go in for a impending victory. That should be non-dodgeable, I believe. Stun, I don't think there's anything he can do. Yeah, I think it's just locked down and over. Makima, last one left, trying to give Lintenia, I think, a proper honor duel here. I think he's just trying to give him a proper shot. Lieutenant, just take it. He's in stealth. I don't know if he wants to give him. Hold on, because Makima, he knows if he gets the opener, if he gets a stun on the guy, that could be pretty bad. And the crowd literally roars to see both rogues going to stealth, because even the crowd in the game knows that, oh no, get him out of here. Get these rogues out of here. We're going to have to watch a stealth duel where we see nothing in front of ourselves. Oh, trust me, there's a lot of exciting things happening. It's just happening in stealth from your line of sight. Oh, great. Oh, wonderful. Well, my magic from the Druid, not feral. I mean, with Moonfire's coming back up and Swarm probably becoming a little bit stronger, I imagine we'd see a lot more ferals going for more magical ferals than anything. Do you have a trinket with a Adrenaline Rush, like an on-use one? Is that what I just saw? Unfortunate, because I'm sure you wanted to use a lot of that burst inside of that actual damage window, but yeah. Linthania does get a Adrenaline Rush. Chasing after Makima, more or less knows exactly where he's at. If you randomly Blade Flurry, you will get him out. He has no idea though. He can only guess. Makima not coming out of stealth at all. Does he know? Now the switch rolls. Now he's the one chasing Linthania. He's just going circles. That's his strategy. Just kind of walking around circles, walking next to the pillars, walking next to the walls, kind of crossing the middle. Linthania is more like snaking his way across, just kind of going by like a Roomba, right? Just kind of turning in random wild directions until they hit a wall, and then just keeps going, and then wildly alternating halfway through. Just a stealthy duel between two rogues, boys. So how you guys all doing? We got a little bit of a break. Now might be a good time to go get yourself some water, grab yourself a snack. We're gonna be here for like an hour with our rogues play. How you guys doing this weekend, by the way? Hopefully everybody's actually doing good. I mean, I'm having fun with this. This part is definitely gonna get cut out most likely, but we'll see. Honestly, you could cook yourself like a whole 3-course meal, Shane. You could go do meal prepping for the next 2 hours. This will still be going on. Not even kidding. Yeah. One of you guys might have to pick up the eye though. Linthania kind of scouring close to Makima, but doesn't quite. Wait, hold on a second. Maybe randomly Blade Flurries? Oh, he does find him. Oh, I wonder how much of it was stream peeking. A little peeking on the stream as Makima trying to see if he can respond with aggression. Kidney shot to follow. Linthania got himself a little bit of damage. Ambushes are puncturing right through Makima. Goes in for a vanish immediately. If only Alva Rose had some kind of a bleed, the Makima would be out and about. Maybe that could be a talent in the future, like give pistol shots a bleed effect or something. That'd be kind of cool. Or like give us a mastery with a bleed or something. I'd be neat as well, because our mastery is kind of whatever right now. Well, Linthania looking for the guy. Makima caught a full reset. Eyes available on either side. Got himself that numbing poison. Interesting. Even stream peak is okay with that. Yeah. Use whatever tools you got, right? Linthania does pick up the eye. Hold on a second. I see we're just sitting out in the middle of the arena. Was he going to pick up one of the eyes by chance? Makima trying to see if he can catch up with Linthania. Human Rachel to break out of the stun. Makima getting locked down though. Not a lot of ways out. Does have himself one more vanish available. Kidney onto Linthania, but it's not going to be long at all. Makima looking for a reset behind the pillar. Does get Blade Flurried with no dots. The Blade Flurry did hit, but he still had the vanish buff active, so he didn't take him out of stealth or anything. Linthania has only limited amount of AoE. He can only Blade Flurry every so often. And you might be just looking aggressive for this eyeball. Dampening is super high. Linthania got the trinket advantage here too in 30 seconds. If you have an invasion too, then you definitely have advantage over Makima. Makima knows where you are. You're checking on your corners. You know more or less where he might be. I don't think... Is it going to be behind this pillar? Check the other one. I think the eye might have run out by this point. Maybe staying out in the open and letting Makima get the opener on you might not be the worst at this point. Does get sapped up. Makima has a vanish going back up, so he's feeling pretty confident. Linthania, next stun you have on Makima, you might just have to find a way to lock him down and then delete him out of the game before he gets himself another vanish. Just like he did just there. Kind of guessing where he might be. Does poke out for a second. Grappling around. Makima, I think, tried to auto. Wait, Makima did try to auto. Hold on a second. Makima did... Unless it's like a slice and dice? What is that? That's It looked like an auto. It looked like he was trying to auto him. Cheap shot into Lintenia, doesn't take too much damage. Happens to have a cloak. Mock him with a cloak really early as the cheap shot still goes through. Cannot dodge those. Lintenia trying to see if he can build up a little bit of damage. Mock him with a step with an evasion available, but those ambushes will still go through the evasion. They don't even care, especially if you put you back to the guy. Those ambushes are going to go through your defenses into a kidney shot into somebody hard. Makima, a little bit of health available. Lintenia, not a lot of health available. Does have a trinket for this one. Makima looking to get a secret technique. Doesn't quite take down Lintenia. Blind to follow. Does Lintenia stay in? Makima is hoping to maybe end this duel right now. As Lin catches a reset. Cheap shot really quickly. Do you have the between the eyes combos? Trying to see if you can maybe end him. Cheat death on a Makima. Lintenia still says cheat death. Blind to follow. Does Makima have a stun? That is the question. If he has a stun, he might just end it right here. Gouge? Do you have a stun? You need a stun. Unless you're just done. Stun is super hard. Wait a second, that's a mistake. Disarm to fall. Lintenia, that gets you. What is this duel between two rogues? What is this? It did get a little exciting towards the end of it. Lintenia does pick up 3 as well. Not terrible. Oh my god. This is why double vanish needs to be pruned. You know what? I'm okay if they were to prune double vanish. Like, give them full cooldown reduction if you want to. That double vanish, though, is a little silly. You know what I mean? Just for duels. Like in PvE, it's awesome. Just I think in duels specifically, it's just a little weird. Let's get another one going. How you doing, by the way, Chill? So hope you're having a good one. What did somebody do? Dagger in the Dark? He was running Dagger in the Dark. We were both running it. Oh, both of you were running it. So both of you knew more or less like where the other guy was. Okay, I see it now. I see it. I'm surprised you guys didn't get each other out of stealth more often, man. After I saw the upcoming PvP changes, I'm totally lost motivation to play WoW. Really, Dalpapa, what class were you playing before this? Because a lot of classes got buffed up. What were we playing prior to this, man? 45 minutes stealth Dill, Rogues put it to work to sleep. Yeah, I feel it, dude. Ready to go offline. Yo, Seavark, I know he does go get dinner right about this time or so. So we're gonna need to. Yo, spots are open. Invite. I'll help. I'm gonna get Seavark had to bounce. Because as I was saying, usually about this time is when Seavark... Did I get killed by a rogue? I'll get killed by a random boomka with a Star Surge. Is that guy back in here? Dennis the Menace, is he back? Hold on a second. Okay, we'll do it like this. Put on raid. Where's this guy? I think they were looking for him earlier, right? Yeah, just randomly died by a random boomkin. He probably flew by Star Surge and then maybe shadow molded and then went flight form again. I'll just hang here. Now I'm like cautious. Oh, that guy. Oh, he's over here. Death Star. Okay, so I'm gonna stand on this side then. Or back here maybe. Stay away from Death Star. Make sure there's a couple of bodies in between me and him. Although he could go up there and blast me, but yeah. I love the way Boomkins run, by the way. It looks so funny. It's such a good animation. Don't change it, Blizzard, ever. Please. Okay, so we got a spot available. Sorcerer. Hey, my man. Oh my goodness. It is the boy. Hold on, PB and J, do you need more bodies or are you good, my guy? Because I'll remake your lead and we're good to go. Okay, this team is ready. Are you playing Frost on that thing? Yeah, dinner time, 2 Alpha Games. Yo, thanks so much for coming by, Seawork. Always happy to see you, man. Hope you're doing good, my guy. More HP, events nerfs, maybe people can actually survive a rogue opener. True! That rogues picked up yet another nerf, man. It feels like every week they nerf us. Like, sub is still insane, even after the nerfs, but like they keep nerfing us every new class change. And it's like, eventually subtlety will feel pretty like fun to play against. You know what I mean? Maybe not play as, but play against. Ready? Alright, let's get you guys going then. We're gonna do Dalaran Sewers, yeah? Because we haven't done that, we haven't done Lord Ron. We'll swing back to Nagrandi yet again, just because we got teams and we can just keep spamming. Here in need of a good vibes. Hope you're having a good day. What's up, Forsaken? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Yeah, blasting duels, getting a couple of games in here and there. Got teams. I do want to switch up some bodies, maybe on team 1 at some point, just to get a bit more variety going. But otherwise, doing good, man. Plenty of variety here. For a while, from first classic version after all the years, I'm ready for I'm already and long time lost motivation. Wait, so at this point, is it just like a habit? You're playing WoW just out of a habit? I mean, I guess if you've been playing the game for a long while, right? At that point, it's just like, it's a habit, right? It's just what you do. It's just your thing. It's just your thing. Breathing, eating, playing WoW. What's the difference, right? I can see that. I imagine a lot of people are in that same boat too. I'm still having fun with the game, man. I feel like if I ever like really was demoralized with the game, I wouldn't be playing it. Like I just don't have that in me. Like when I lose interest in something, it just like is like a switch. It's just off. It's never coming back on. So Twitch. Got ourselves Balthazar? Balthazar? Wait, it's like Balthazar, but like bowel movements too? My goodness, that's some aggressive bowel movements. I love your pet, by the way. I think it looks so good. I don't see anybody with this thing, by the way. These things are still super uncommon, aren't they? Light Knight is going to be first up versus Sorcerer. Sorcerer, in fact, if you carefully think about it, or if you are careful, you will notice the server, Storm Rage. There's only one homie I know that really plays in Storm Rage. At least I know. I'm sure a lot of people do. But this would be my man's Chills. Chills, giving this wizardry a go, especially with the arcane or with mages getting a little bit more armor in just this reset. Definitely worth your time. Pick it up, drop it the Death Knight for a moment, just putting Cannon off to the side, shelving it for a second. Picking up the mage, trying to see if we can make the arcane. I was gonna say fire because I see the Bring of Fire every time I think fire mage, but trying to see if we can make the arcane make work. Got himself versus light, just blasting the guy. Got himself that movement while casting life, switching over into human form just to get himself a big old convoke. Is Light playing a Convoke build? Because last time he did burst with Convoke, I think he actually did a number on quite a number of damage. Got himself at least a little bit of burst here by the looks of it. As an Arcana Sphere is going to boop him out of the way. Does give Sorcerer maybe a chance to set someone up right now. Life trying to see if he can play Barskin, just bailing out of there. Life Surge. Wait, why is he pet attacking him? What is happening? Got himself more missiles, plenty of damage by the mage, got himself plenty of line of sight. Life may need to find a way to bail out of here. Sorcerer is able to blink in very closely. I think playing Shimmer maybe? He's trying to see if he can blast him out. Big touch of the Magi, bashing in light, or bashing the Sorcerer, does interrupt him on Arcane. Life got himself at least a little bit of the survivability. Does get hit with a warm, super low on health. Does pick up a little bit of healing. Heart of the Wild doing work, allowing him to be better at all their hybrid abilities. Taking us while in bear form, self-healing, as well as mana cost reduction, as well as damage while in feral form or physical damage attacks in general. But also start generate calm points if we ever need to. Might not be the worst to like hit a maim on the guy or something if you have a maim talented into. Sorcerer trying to see if he can get himself a better angle. Life does get a full silence on the guy. Maybe Convoke at some point. He just needs to find a way to get a kick on the Sorcerer, and if he goes in for a full Convoke, he might actually get himself like a pretty big go, especially if he got some cooldowns. Trying to go for a clone, maybe trying to see if he can bait a kick out of Sorcerer, not getting one just yet. Touching the Magi by the Wizard, as Life does not really have a lot of defenses to work with. Big Convoke interrupted immediately. That's going to give Sorcerer opportunity to just blast the guy out, and to touch the Magi, just slamming on him, just condensing him as they touch. Just it was almost like a slap with a Magi more than anything. Dak is going to be up next. Got him sort of like walking into Ring of Fire, though. He's going to do a little bit of that damage, the passive damage. Fire damage actually is pretty good from Ring of Fire, honestly. Arcana Sphere to follow is going to get knocked back. We'll need to use a charge or something to close the gap. Fear to follow just to lock the mage down for just a second. Is Sorcerer, is Chill playing Blink? Or is he playing... I don't even know. Does go for a juke versus Dak, taking a bit of damage all the time to help him just survive a lot of this damage output. Got him some missiles to follow with the touch of the Magic. Dak maybe looking at a defensive here. Still taking huge hits, by the way. Touch of the Magic slams him in, so it's got the delay. Touch of the Magic collects a portion of all the damage that the mage does to him, and then unleashes it all at once. So if you're getting hit by Touch of the Magic for a long time, getting blasted by spell after spell after spell, you may want to press the defensive. Sorcerer maybe looking at an ice block right now versus Rogue. Sin does not want to give Sorcerer a chance to recover here. Taking that Adrenaline Rush. Does have another Tempest on him, so he's going to deny him a little bit of that stealth. Catching a quick resell for just a second. Going back in immediately, just trying to maximize those subterfuge windows to give him momentary opportunities of stealth. Big pistols, all the time available. Sin with the cloak shot is pretty early on. For Sorcerer, able to remove a lot of the damage out of the window with an alt time. Recover some cooldowns with a shift in power. As long as he keeps it down onto Sin, will not be able to give him an easy reset whatsoever. He wants to get in. Ring of Fire is going to get blocked, or is it going to get blinked on? Source is still taking huge hits back to back, not in a great spot. Big damage into the rogue, but the outlaw is able to pop out the pistol shot and keep the pressure going. With an exert gonna be up next. Sin trying to see if he can bail out, kind of guessing the Feral's gonna be on him. Immediately cheap shots him as soon as he sees him into a bar skin by an exert. Does get himself a stun into Sin as he goes in for an incarnation. I think also got himself a restyle with that incarnation. Sin with a quick gouge. Does see himself a proper go. He needs a vanish or needs an invasion or something. Got himself a blind. Maybe can set something him up. Cheap shot is super yard, but does give him the stealthy opener with between the eyes. Got himself quite a bit of damage, and exert might need something. Trying to go for another stun. Goes in for the bind. There's going to be a wall available, but still just punching through the wall. That wall is doing nothing as the rogue is just obliterating the feral druid. Picking up the eye in case Lynthenia is going to be up next and sees the rogue approaching. He knows he's there. Grapple at him immediately. Does not want to give him any chance to sort of a kidney shot. Could be a vanish for Sin. Does he go for a vanish? He got himself evasion. Potentially big damage. That's going to be big pistols by Lynthenia. No cheat death for some reason for Sin. Cheat death apparently got consumed but never proc for the guy. What is happening? This is going to be Lotto up next as the man dropping down a flare, waiting for the rogue. Lynthenia could go in right now. I don't think there's any traps for Lotto. At least I didn't see any whatsoever. Stun onto Limb. Lotto, perfect opportunity to get himself a big damage going. It's going to be Lynthenia with a defensive, I believe, with an invasion. Trying to see if he can reduce some of the damage taken. And Lotto backing up out of that. Got himself manic bandage together with plenty of traps to slow down the rogue's approach with a freezing trap. Way to go with the fear of the eagle. Got himself plenty of damage as a cloak shot is out for Lynthenia together with Dance. I think it was a cloak. I definitely Dance. Disarm into Lotto for just a second. Into a binding shot. Lynthenia is in a bit of a bind. Needs to find a way to break out of the situation. Got himself pistols. Blind to Lotto. Rerolling some buffs. Needs to get himself that vanish as soon as possible. Using vanish, but very aggressively. Just goes back into damage as soon as possible. Into a turtle shell for Lotto. Maybe he can go damage on the pet. Dust on the pet. Try to see if he can cleave it down. But Lotto is able to get himself that one last Mongoose Bite off of a kill shot and is able to take him out fairly handily. Rep does not want to give Lotto even a standing chance to compete whatsoever. Makima looking to shut down Rep. Immediately goes in for a trinket, seeing the big burst on a Makima. Goes in for the hunt right after with a Metamorphosis to follow. Big cleave, massive blade dance. Makima with an evasion. Unable to dodge the blade dance though. Might have needed a cloak of shadows there, but still taking huge hits from the hunt. Unable to get himself a proper easy reset. Try to get himself maybe some kind of a way out of this one. Still dotted by something into a sigil of flame on the side, able to mostly avoid it. Stun into Rep, has plenty of health. Makima does not look like he has himself a lot of damage right now. Into a full stun. There's going to be human racial with a cloak of shadows and a vanish. Rep, if you can find him fairly quickly, he should be able to maybe still get himself quite a bit of that advantage. Blade dance to follow to see the rogue. He does not get to spot him. Not yet, at least. Sitting down for some food since he does have a mage in his team. For Makima, it's a full reset. Eyes are available for, I believe, either side right now. No. Just for one side. So for Rep, it's an opportunity here. I think he should go for it, right? I mean, Immolation Aura, does it put you in combat? No. Catch a reset either way. I always thought for some reason that it puts you in combat. But I guess I'm wrong. Guy mounting up, picking up the eye, and more or less he has an idea what Makima might be. He knows there's going to be boxes. If he got himself the angle, he should see him. Does charge past him. Makima able to avoid him. I think it was maybe a shadow step at the last second. Just to get out of the way of the Fel Rush. But for Rep, if he got himself Spectral Sight, should be able to see the guy pretty easily. Right now, Rep is actually recuperating a lot of cooldowns. He's got a trinket coming back up at 30. Makima is also able to recuperate cooldowns, but I think for Makima, it's a much better situation than it is for Rep. Spectral sees the rogue, wants to see if he can deny an opener. Stun to follow. Makima has no outs for this one. Big eye beam, stun right after. Big cleave to follow. Blade dance, he's got nothing. Cheat death. I think it's just over. He's still dotted. I'll down a second. I just think it's over. Oh, it is over. Rep was able to find him fairly easily, man. That's so good. Oh, wow. It's quite a lot of damage. Sid also was super aggressive, by the way, as Outlaw. Just went in there. Pistol shots blazing in every direction. Man, we're just gunning for the victory. Love seeing it. Let's get another one going. Onomas, boys. I'm enjoying these a lot. Was an answer for Dal? What was the answer for Dal Papa about WoW motivation? All I said is, I think if I didn't have motivation to play WoW, I probably would have stopped. But for me, I think for me, playing a variety of classes has really added more motivation to play WoW. Because I can say, like, I'm done with my rogue in his best of slot, and there's nothing, and I did everything for the season, and there's nothing really. I feel like I'm done on the rogue. I'm chilling. This is where, like, thanks for the game. Thanks so much for coming by, Sniper. Appreciate you, my man. Hope you enjoyed it. For me, it's like, playing alts has been a ton of fun, and just exploring different classes and trying out different systems in the game, right? I used to PvP only back in Legion. At some point I just got around like through Mists of Pandaria, Warlords General, into Legion, mostly just PvP. Didn't really care much about PvE, couldn't really find a good raiding guild or anything. But I had a friend that showed me Mythic Plus, and I kind of fell in love with Mythic Plus. It was a lot more fun playing Mythic Plus with friends, but even just doing dungeons in general, it got a lot of fun for me. And then raiding. So I've been trying to explore as many different avenues of the game as best as possible, right? Just really giving it all a solid shot. And I feel like you'll have a lot more fun if you just give those things a chance, right? Especially if you've been doing one thing for the most part for like a really long time. That's why a variety of having alts, or just even little projects, little characters, trying out different events, finding stuff you like. I think all that is really, really good and healthy. I think that helps me out a bunch. Yeah. Also, I think what helps me out is just like find things that look cool or like goals to chase. Because for me, for example, like when the Mage Tower came out, I saw all those Mage Tower sets. I'm like, I like a challenge. I like challenging content. I want to get every single one of these sets. Which then it also expanded to, I want to also get the mount. So I want to get all the challenges done. And then it's like, all right, well, I want to get every single set afterwards. And then it expanded to, you know what? I really like the Mage Tower challenge. I really want to chase it. I'm going to make a goal, do it on every single spec in the game. And then I was able to, was it Tower Overwhelming? Tower Overwhelming achievement. It's like a meta achievement. Complete every challenge of the Mage Tower across all classes and specs during the Legion Time Walking event, which you can do right now without Legion Time Walking. But yeah, need one more? Alright, just send me that invite, friend. Invite, friend, will get you going, friend. Finished leveling my sub rogue from 0 to 70. Took me a week. Disaster spec for leveling. Yeah, it is a weird one. You probably had to go like re-stealth, get an opener, do some damage, right? Yeah, some specs definitely have a better time when it comes to leveling. Oh no, level 65 mage. Oh no. I'd love to have you in, buddy, but I literally can't. Hold on, let me do this. How do I do? Oh, convert to raid. Yeah, don't invite this guy. Hold on, let me delist it and relist it as what I usually do. If you guys want to join in, I'm gonna have it in raids Legacy under Molten Core. So if you guys are interested in joining some duels, we got a spot available with Team Lintenia. So if you don't want to play against Lintenia, the Outlaw Rogue, you want to play for his team instead, now's your chance. That's how I feel on alts right now. The main reason I'm still online in general. Yeah, I feel like if you just play that one class, one spec, one game mode over and over and over and over, I feel like that's where a lot of people get really, really like jaded and really frustrated and worn out. I feel like having that variety, and even better yet, perspective, being able to get additional perspective really does help the game and anything really in that matter stay fresh and exciting when you're not doing exactly the same thing every single time, every single second, right? Changing it up a little bit. It gives you like an ability to see the grass on the other side, whether it's green or whether it's not green, right? And I think it's helpful. I think it's very, very good. And then just making little goals for yourself and chasing little things you like. Like if you, let's say you like, I don't know, for some reason I was like, I really like the Hearthstone toys when they added them in, right? When you just like have different types of Hearthstones. So I've been collecting a bunch of them. I never really collect anything. I'm not a mount guy, but Hearthstones, I was like, you know what? They look cool. There's a lot of cool little animations that I kind of want to get a bunch of them. I got almost all of them. There's like one I'm missing still with Ponder's Portal. But that means I have to go back to Ring of Fates and Zereth Mortis, and I don't want to do that. I'll get it at some point, unless it's just like a rep thing, and then I will. But yeah, like all the Hearthstones, I'm like, I like Hearthstone toys. I like the animations they offer. Some of them are really cool and really unique, you know? Some are pretty funny. And, you know, I just kind of started kind of collecting them. What's up, my guy? I just saw you. Yeah, but like, it's just a thing that I really liked. Some people collect mounts. I didn't really care that much about mounts. I still don't really care about mounts unless there's like specific mounts that I like that are just really, really cool. Did you just blink miles away? Holy cow, how'd you blink that far away? You went miles out. What the hell? Wait, is that alter or is it just like normal major blink that could do that? What is that? That's crazy. But yeah, like little things, like if you just get like a little goal or a little thing you just want to do, Like me doing one Mage Tower in every single spec since I play a lot of alts. I wanted to learn how to play and do the Mage Tower. It took me a bit. Some were harder than others. Some easy. Some I had to just keep grinding over and over and over, like the Shadow Priest one, for example, or the Holy Priest one I had to keep doing for a while, right? Or what was it? I think Brewmaster actually took me some of the longest ones for the tank one. Some of the longer ones. Just because of the way the Brewmaster has to like deal with it and the healing and the way that its fight is tuned or whatever. Already test plays of classes? Yeah. Like, just giving yourself little goals, right? If there's something that interests you, maybe it's not something you do regularly. If it's interesting to you, go for it, right? For some people, it might just be pet battles or just farming mogs. Anything, right? So everybody got like one little thing that they would like to do casually. Professions have been fun. Like I've given professions a solid go. Like a lot of people have, and if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But just give it like a shot, you know? Start working professions, start like working on leatherworking, blacksmithing, maybe just do some like herbalism on the side or whatever, right? But like I gave like an actual profession with like working craft stuff. Oh, using the dragon thing to escape. I see now. Okay, I was gonna say that's kind of neat. That's awesome. But yeah, like little things like that, I think can really just keep the enjoyment in the game too. You know, changes bring motivation, not only while gaming, but general life. Exactly. Imagine like if you're doing something in life and you're doing the same thing over and over and over, right? Same schedule. You wake up, brush your teeth, you eat the same food, you go to work, right? Then you have lunch, you eat the same place at the same table at the same time with the same crowd of people every single time, with the same stories that you exchange every single day. Like motivation in just living is just gonna go out of the window either. Like variety is the spice of life, and like just finding things that you are interested in, little, big, you know, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be grandiose. So like little things, man. It's literally all about appreciating the little things. For me, it was like I said, Hearthstones or Mage Tower, or like trying out keys when a buddy of mine was like, "Yeah, let's give it a go," and I loved it. Raiding, loved it. But I found that like, you know, I don't really like pugging. I don't really like doing grinds of like keys and stuff by myself, so I don't really do it there. I just gotta do it with friends. That's kind of part of the fun, you know. I love it. It's so funny you can just pour it out of there. I forgot that you literally have a bronze ability to just like, let me set my, what is it, my previous location, and then I can fly and I can just port back every minute. I forgot about that. That's so good. That's gonna be so troll for PvP. If you could land, set it, fly off, port, and just start flying the other direction, you could really chip somebody out. Actually, it might be a little difficult. It's like a second to cast it, but it might be worth. If you can land, set it, fly off. Oh, that could be nuts. But yeah. But yeah, so if you're looking for like any kind of motivation, stuff like that, you know, hopefully you find that maybe helpful. Why? I was gonna say, why am I getting poly? I'm just looking for a +1. What the hell? You know what? Sometimes when Alliance invades this area, I'm like, you know, I don't know, like just getting blasted out like this. I don't like any of this. Does Messiah want to join in? Hey, Messiah. Hey, Messiah. Wanna join 5V5 Duels, friend? Got a spot up right now. See if he's down for it. Fix? Who's Fix again? Oh, Fix 5V5 Duels? Fixman? Oh, hold on, Fleeman? Wait a second. I haven't seen that name in a while. Does he want to join by chance? Let me ask. Hey, Fix. Wanna join 5V5 Duels, friend? Oh, then we got a +1. Marisa? Yo, I'm down. Let's get you guys. Let's get you in here, my man. Greenland? Yo, what's up? What's up? Alrighty, we got a group, boys. Let's get a couple more games in. It is 7. Normally this is where I end the stream. I think I want to go for a couple more games at the very least, but I do have a big project that I still need to finish out for the night, so I might just end up. Might just do 1 more, 2 more. I don't even know how many. I want to give you guys a chance to actually get some games in. You know what I mean? Everyone, gear next week, sure, man. Sounds good. Sounds good. Hey, good luck gearing. Also, by the way, next week, gearing is going to be a little bit easier because you got more honor, more conquest, and conquest boxes for all. So if you're trying to get conquest boxes, save your conquest in your main if you haven't spent any, and farm up conquest for alts. And I think it's going to be on cap conquest too, right? Pretty sure. Alrighty, let's get you guys going. Let me ask if they're ready real quickly. If they still got 5, and we'll get a queue going. But yeah, adding just a little bit of variety and trying different things. Like, even if you try it and you don't like it, well, then you tried it and you don't like it. But if you end up trying something new, big or small, and you like it, why not interact with it? Why not do stuff with it? You know what I mean? Is it light sword? It is light sword. There we go. Let's do another Nagrand. Get you guys back in. If this works. Ow. Another boom kit again? Why? I messed up somewhere. PB and J. Let's pick that a match. Light sword. Did I mess up your name? It's not working for some reason. Did I make a lead or did I mess it up? Light sword 5. And the grand 1. Ready, by the way? I kept trying to type it up, but it's not working for some reason. BBNJ. I'm gonna die. Unless I find like a critter or something. Nah, I'm just dead. Alright, good that we got a boom kit here. Oh, was I in the group? Maybe that's why it wasn't working. Was I in the group the entire time? Okay, that'll probably do it then. I guess I'll try to see if we can come back to my body. Why am I getting targeted by a random boomkin? Here we go. Where is he? There's a portal. Not a friendly portal. Oh, he even went around and killed all the boars. So he just moonfires, man. I can't even find like a critter. That's so messed up. That guy is a bastard. And a half. What is happening? Why? That's funny. Was it 500? Yo, we hitting a 501, boys. Are you kidding me? NA is nuts, man. EU is just breaking into the earlier 400s. NA is just sitting in the 500 pretty. You guys are all sitting pretty out here, don't you? Alrighty, let's get us another one going, boys, yeah? No mas, switch. Got us a Balthazar, never got a chance to play. Hopefully we'll see this man give it a go this time around. Got us a Lentania on the Outlaw. Look at the Alliance heavy set, look. We got us a Marwisa going back into survival with Repi as... or Repica? Repi? I'm gonna call it Repi. That'll be easier. I don't even know what I called you last time. I think just Rep. With Sorcerer as chill pills over on the mages. I like this set. I really like this, like, ivory look that they got going on, you know what I mean? And the shoulders and the hat, the classic wizard look to it. Dak is going to be first up over for the team. One is going to set up Valentania. Immediately Zerkins out to find the rogue, but a cheap shot going to stop him, immediately trinketing it with a blade to follow off that fear, as well as the disarm. Try to see if you can maybe delay the stun until a little bit later with Valentania. Does not want to let the rogue out of his sight if he can help it. Got himself the avatar as well as a bit of damage into a disarm stun to follow just to keep Valentania in his sights for a little bit longer. I think Len is just waiting until the kidney shot is available. That or just gonna walk away with the ambushes. Does catch up to the rogue, getting him out of that vanished reset. Wants to build up a little bit of calm points. I think Dak should be aware that there's gonna be stump coming up very, very soon. He's just got himself big defenses, but he's just getting an ambush through him. Pistol through, doesn't get a chance at all into a kidney shot. Got himself rallying cry, needs another stun until Lynn doesn't get a stun, no trinket available, needs himself a heal right now. Zerkers is helpful. Shiv is gonna slow you as Lynn can literally dance around you. You can't close the gap because you're slowed, you can't run away because you're also slowed, and you can't reach him because you don't have that 8-yard range that rogues do. You only have 5, and you got like 3 yards on you of just distance. For no reason. Stun into Makima right after as Lentania does not have an out for this one. It's going to be a stun to follow. Lentania got himself maybe an evasion, I think. It's hard to tell. I think it is an evasion. As Makima looking to back up out of there. Got himself blades. Just got it auto through the wall. Looking for a reset. Does catch a restore though. I thought he was getting an auto there for a second or autoing himself, but I'm not even sure anymore. As Lentania, full adrenaline rush, ready, looking for the guy, but unless you just randomly phantomize him, is looking. Both of them, I think, are running Dak or Dark, by the way, which is going to give him like a stacking debuff. When a rogue is near you, you got a debuff from the rogue. That tells you that the rogue is going to do 2% damage, 4% damage, 6% more damage to you. It's like a stacking little buff. With Parasite? I'm not even sure. Is it Parasite? Maybe, I'm not sure. I think is that Parasite? I'd be very, very surprised if it is Parasite. I'm not sure. Wow, we got a stealth duel. We got ourselves, who did we introduce? We got Live, we got ourselves Sin, also on the Outlaw. Even though I feel like he should be playing Assassin to match his name. Lotto over here. You know what? I like this full set with the Ivory pet. This whole, like, even you got like a ghostly looking Ashen Wolf. It actually looks so good together. What a composition, man. That actually looks really, really well put together. Cheap shot into Lintania, got himself a normal trinket to lock down Makima in a stun, going in for damage of his own, got himself dance, big pistols, cheap shot, does he take him, cheating down to follow, Makima looking to escape, Lin still sees you, hold on a second, he's still killing you. Makima doesn't have a vanish anymore, you got Cloak of Shadows, trying to see if he can dodge the damage, he needs a couple more seconds for the vanish. Blind, they just take him, pistols, just riddled him. My goodness. I love seeing it. The Outlaws versus the Sub-Rogues, man. Oh, that is so good. It's like the, what is that one? It's like a movie, but also it's a book. It was the Greasers versus what? The Preps, I think it was, or whoever. But I feel like the Outlaw Rogues are like the quintessential Greasers, man. You know, they're all disheveled, they're all a little bit, you know, not all that popular, but they got a little bit of scruff to them. They got a little bit of gusto. They were willing to get in the dirt and tussle it out. As Life trying to see if he can get himself at least a little bit of range versus Lintania. Does get himself a shadow mode, I think, just trying to dodge Lintania. Maybe trying to dodge a shadow step or grapple. He does get himself random stars dropping in, so if he can maybe kite the rogue into that, yeah, that'd be great. We love Outlaw Rogue. I like Outlaw Rogue a lot, but I'm seeing a lot more people picking it up, and it's super aggressive. It is fast-paced. Giga Chat spec. I agree with that one. This is going to be an interrupt as Life trying to see if he can back up out of there. Got himself a little bit of healing. Walking into the stars, trying to see if he can pick him up. If he can count his lucky stars, he might be able to get himself a win. Versus Lin, dropping down pretty hefty defenses here really early. Thorns is up, does knock the rogue out in the open. He should be able to see him. Does he turn around? Oh no, he could have literally, oh, that would have been so close. I think he realized what happened there at the end. He realized the star exploded, looked behind him, so the rogue re-stealthing. But if you go for a full starfall and you find the rogue and you can get yourself another one of the stars picked up and you find him like that, that could be huge because that's a knock-up, and now you can maybe go for a bash, big convoke, summon, anything sap, as the rogue does get himself a shadow step over. Live does not have a bark skin, no trinket, unless Lintania just one bangs him right now. Hold on a second. Maybe? Almost. That's going to be a quick survivability for Life. As he goes in for a heal and bear from, does get at least a frenzy, trying to see if he can knock Lintania out in the open. I feel like he should just be saving the convoke for burst. The one time we see Life do like giga burst as Boomkin, he actually just got the big one shot. Does go for the kick into a bear from, trying to see if he can survive this a little bit. Root onto Lintania as a rogue. Actually, I guess doesn't have any dots, so nothing is going to break those roots. Grapple over, try to go for a think Kinda shot. I think it was super yard though. That or missed it, dodged it. I don't think so. He's got him to those thorns, but I think he's just back against the wall. I don't think there's anything he can do there. Cyclone, interrupt. Yeah, I think it's just over. Once you fall that far behind, yeah, it's just done. He just needs one more pistol. Yeah, there we go. Into a lot of just going in, literally just taking his atoms apart just so he can meld right through the pillar. I love how this is the only spec that can still do this. I feel like even with rogues, you can still kind of sort of DFA through stuff, but if you can't, we should target DFA will like knock you in the air, and you'll just drop down. But hunters, if they grapple you and you go behind the pillar, they'll just meld right through the pillar. They'll just shift their atoms apart just to get through it. There's just only one spec that can still do that right now. Grappling over towards Lintania has to go for a Cloak of Shadows. This is going to be a charge trap, slowing him down with a pet as well as the dot. Slaughter catching up a little bit of the manic village, trying to see if he can shoot you up some of those bullet wounds from Lintania. Far Cry style, essentially. If you've ever seen Far Cry like healing animations, they're insanely hilarious. As grapple does come out for Lintania, trying to go for a quick blind, maybe get a setup, needs a stun onto Lada, does go for a stun, no odds for this one. If you have yourself a good go, maybe you can make something work, but Lada not taking a lot of damage. Lintania does not really have much to work with, does go for the vanish, into a trinket, Lada, oh my goodness, into Sin, trying to see if he can deny Lintania any more of this killing spree. Lintania needs an out for this one, does have a dance, stun onto Sin, but Sin is not going to let him out at all, just running circles around the guy, blasting him with Sorcerer, aka Chills on his mage. Up next, trying to see if he can fight through this man. Sin immediately pressing Cloak of Shadows, getting super hyper aggressive, trying to see if he can force an Ice Block out of Sorcerer as soon as possible. That's going to be that Altar, grapple at the ready, got himself a Nova. Plenty of pistols just flying through the air. A Sorcerer got himself at least a little bit of cooldown reduction as well as recuperation. But into a breath, does break out of it fairly quickly. Blind as soon as Sorcerer goes for a blink. And I think Sin is just trying to see if he can catch himself a re-stealth or even just find himself a little bit of cover behind the pillar. Caught himself a re-stealth once you get in there as soon as possible. Using those stealth windows just to give himself the big between the eyes windows. If he can catch himself another re-stealth, he can hold on to that drone rush a little bit longer. Vanish coming up very, very soon. So he can get super aggressive right now. Look at this rogue's damage. Those ambushes are doing work. Got him so big between the eyes into massive pistol shots, not letting Sorcerer out of his sight, using Vanish just to get out of the Nova instantly. Doesn't give him a chance. He's so aggressive here. Hold on a second, looking for a reset. Who's up next? This is going to be Marisa? Marisa, Survival Hunter. Sin barely get himself a reset. Does get himself a kidney shot at the very least, though. Hoping to maximize some damage. Got him some dance, too. Could potentially make some work. Evasion's available. Trying to just build up some resources. Got him some dance. If he can get himself big between the eyes, he can get himself quite a bit of damage into more ambushes. Trying to see if he can keep the pressure going into a big defensive form. Marisa Sin trying to see if he can maybe live this. Doesn't. What kind of defenses do you even have? I don't think he even has any. Stun. Onto Sin does not have an out. Only cheat death. Maybe he can randomly cheat death it. Kidney shot into Marisa. Does have a trinket for it. Sin just needs a couple more calm points in order to get himself advantage going. Marisa charging out from literally a mile away. Cheat death on the rogue. Does have advantage very soon, but Marisa is not going to let him go, dude. The Outlaw rogues are running amok here with Lynn with 4, Sin with 2. These rogues are not letting these boys play. Just gunning them down where they stand. Oh my goodness. That's Outlaw for you. I am glad that this mech is starting to get a lot more plays. I'm liking this. It's so fast and so aggressive. It's not like a subtlety that just sits in stealth and then has a big go, which is effective. Don't get me wrong. It is effective, right? I don't want to argue with anybody against that. It's very, very strong, but just a big go, just entirely, just aggressively, just hitting the guys constantly. Catch Kukuri South, back with them pistols again. Oh, that range of the mobility is kind of nuts when you think about it, though. Crazy. All right, we got more or are we done ski? Let me know, boys. Let me know if you still got groups. Chadlaw, I like it, dude. I need to roll to Outlaw. It is so fun. I think you'll like it a lot, PB&J. It will take a second to adjust to it. It's not going to be like subtlety. But like if you can start picking it up more regularly, yeah. Yeah, it's really, really fun. Ready? Alrighty, cool. Rogue P listener, DK. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, I'm surprised Frost Death Knights, by the way, didn't get any kind of buffs this reset. I know that Unholy's getting like slight nerfs, which I don't think is going to be too bad. I'm hoping it won't be too bad for them. Like the armor nerf, I think is going to kind of hurt them a little, but the damage nerf and mortal wound, not mortal wound, mortal strike, the healing reduction nerf with necrotic wounds. That one is going to kind of suck, but I think they'll still be okay for the most part. Because you're just basically getting like percentage more healing for every single stack. Yeah. It's got a big nerf, not small. I'm hoping it'll feel like a smaller nerf. Like I'm hoping it doesn't really make him worse, like by a lot. I know it's not amazing, but I'm hoping like it won't feel too bad. But it does seem to like hit him pretty hard though, like with the armor and all that. I'm surprised Frost didn't get like any kind of buffs or anything. I would have loved to see Frost get like just a survivability buff or something like that. You know what I mean? What is it? Is it gonna... Oh, hey. Why? What did I do? Ready? Okay. Is that why you killed me? Just you telling me we're ready? Stop talking. Cue another game. Okay, I'll get another one queued. That was fun. Normally Blood goes in just to say hello, and PB&J goes in just to murder me in the streets of Duratar. Loud and clear. I'll get another game going. Let's do like a hook point or rook. Let's do Black Rook hold again. How do you like the wait, what is it? How do you like the innovations of patch 10 Dragonflight compared to 9? Or maybe earlier versions? Like, how do I like the new systems and changes of Dragonflight compared to Shadowlands or like old expansions? I mean, I like the one back to like proper talents, like being able to pick a talent like from a big field of talents. And I like the dragon riding. I think that's a good system. I think the renown system is mostly fine as long as there's no bar power behind it. Like just like having that become the rep going forward, I think it's perfectly fine. Not doing more mission tables, I think it's perfectly fine too. I didn't like mission tables that much really. They were kind of sort of fun and useful in Legion, but like only once you get going, but getting going was a pain. And I like PvP gear that they did for like Shadowlands, like there's PvP gear and PvE gear, and we're really gonna make PvP gear something you want to use in PvP rather than PvE items. I also think that's really good. That implementation of like not having it behind rating is also not the worst, because you can just gear a character and like be done with gearing at some point. I like what they did with Revival Catalyst this season specifically, how it's easy to access. I think they did a lot of good stuff, but yeah, not perfect, but definitely a lot of good. Switch. Lotto immediately charging out versus the Warlock, finally getting a chance to play as Balthazar, dropping down a big old Infernal around the corner. Got himself the big red, boys. He's taking a lot of damage actually. Might be looking at a wall. Mortal got himself a big heal. Looking to maybe reposition. Shadow Fury with a wall. Needs himself an opportunity to cast heals or cast damage directly with portals opening up on a Lotto. Gonna be able to add up at least a little bit extra additional damage just to make sure there's a oh, he got the fire portal too. That actually could be quite a bit of passive damage. Look at Lotto actually melting little by little. All of these portals are actually doing a number to this guy. As long as there's an immolation on him, then Bowth should be able to get some of those portals back up and available. Does not have a Mortal for a while. May choose mobility to break out of here. Does get juked out on the cast. Wants to see if we can chase after Lotto. But I don't know if he wants to do that, honestly. I mean, honestly, you should maintain the dot on a pet. Definitely needs to maintain the dot on a pet if you can. Also, where's your Incubus? It is on the side. Got trapped up by Tar Trap. Bowel not looking all that good with the Death Chakram spinning around him. His health not looking great. Went in for the Dark Iron Racial to do whatever he can, just remove whatever buzz, but Lotto had a kill shot ready to go. He had quite a bit of damage there as a Destro. I feel like if only he just had immolation on the Rogue and on the Hunter, might as well be a Rogue, honestly, and the pet. Rogue with the pet. Then maybe he could have gotten his portals back up, but man, that was a rough one. Hunters still do quite a bit of damage through cloth classes. Even the Warlocks do have like that extra armor with the demon armor. Is it demon armor or demon skin? One of those two. But yeah, it is still quite painful. Sorcerer up next as Shield, donning the robes out of a mage. Nova onto Lotto, kind of more or less sees him into a Ring of Frost, catches him directly with an Arcane Surge to be able to get him some big damage. Wait, when you shoot him, do you get a pistol, Lotto? Or is that a little crossbow? Because I feel like... Oh, there's a little crossbow. I was going to say for a second. Fury of the Eagle at the ready. That's going to be Sorcerer trying to see if he can bail out of there with an Arcana Sphere. Ready to go bowling. Lotto, if he can dodge it, is going to have himself the big defensive survival of the fittest just to reduce some of the damage. Sorcerer walking into a freezing trap. At an unfortunate moment, does give Lotto a chance to at least catch up a bit of healing. Avoiding the Nova, the pet does get trapped up, but Lotto is able to go in for at least a partial flank and strike on the guy. A Sorcerer looking to get himself a little bit of survivability, does get interrupted on Frost, could be an opportunity to get some damage going. Ring of Fire right now, Lotto trying to see if he can avoid a lot of that damage. Sorcerer blinking next to the guy, but he's going to go for a bit of a reverse blink as the Death Chakram is ripping right through him. Alter time is available. Might be looking at a block right now. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe he was waiting for the alter time to go off. That's a lot of damage all at once out of nowhere. Well done, well done. Lotto trying to see if you can bail out of here for just a quick second. Lin is up next. Lin is ready to go, but he's not up next. Marwisa instead. Lotto trying to see if he can hold his forward on Team 1. Flare? I was going to say, which way did it go? It went behind him. It's down onto Marwisa. Does get a charge in with the Fury of the Eagle. Trying to see if he can get some damage going. Marwisa also with the Fury of the Eagle as well. Getting himself a little bit of damage just so much on Marwisa. Doesn't really need a weapon. He got grenades. He got that Serpent Stick. He got Kill Shot. He doesn't really need his main hand weapon just for only for like a handful of attacks. Gonna be a full burst out of Lotto. Marwisa may have to either counteract with bursts of their own. That's exactly what they're gonna do. I don't understand why I got like a random frame stutter as both of them went for coordinated assault. I feel like I should mention Marwisa, no health. You're just dead either way. Hold on, dotted. Oh no, the dots. You had yourself a turtle, but the dots are already going right through you into an I-beam as Rep trying to see if he can get himself. Did I say Rep? I did say Rep. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what your name is. Reppy? I called you Reppy for one of these, and I called you Rep for another. I'm not even sure which one I'm sticking with. Wait, hold on. Is he healing? He regrowth somebody. I'm hoping he just regrowth himself. I'm gonna guess the Druid just regrowth himself. Everybody's just running out of the arena. They're just trying to give this boy space. Lotto locked down with the blade ends. Got himself a turtle. Needs a way out of this situation. Camel will not do it. He needs to find a way to slow down Rep. catch up some kind of a heal. Manic bandages may do it. Freeze, whatever healing you can get. Oh, it looks like someone is still hurting him. Either like a chaos bleed or something along those lines. Something he can remove easily. Got him some big burst versus rep with a blur, at least able to dodge the death shock him a little bit. Lotto trying to see if he can give himself a lot of space away from rep, but Blade Dance taking it down. Disarm doesn't really stop the Blade Dance halfway through. Life trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of damage. Root onto rep. If you can go for a full Convoke with a bit of range, if you can maybe get a bashful Convoke, I feel like you could do it. Rep does have a trinket, so if you could save that for just that moment specifically, he will be fine. Life got himself pre-thorns ready to go. Rep charge and pass and bash to follow. Life with a quick imprison does trinket out of it. Stun into Life, though, locking him down. Perfect opportunity for the H to have himself a big go. Life might be in a lot of trouble. Trying to see if he can back up out of there with the flap to create as much space as possible. Quick root onto rep with a cyclone, able to at least recover a little bit of health. Might be a heart of the wild situation. Going in for a normal human form just to give himself the most amount of healing without Convoke. I feel like this man gives burning Convoke just to defend, just for defensives. I know that it's not a great situation to use Convoke against the Demon Hunter, but if you can somehow get him away from you, keep him in range and Convoke him, I feel like you could do a ton of damage into that guy. Does go in for Thorns together with Heart of the Wild, looking for recovery. At some point, I think he will need to maybe wait until those 30 seconds for Convoke up, land a bash. Rep will not have a trinket, so if you can get yourself a full go with cooldowns, I feel like Life could maybe take this. The burst damage at Convoke is still quite strong, and I think they buffed it recently-ish. Maybe just for like Resto or Feral Druids. They buffed it for somebody. They buffed it somewhere. I forget where. Life got himself a bit of damage. Hold on. Trying to go for regrowth. Knocking back rep for just a moment. He got Convoke a 10. He still got himself that Heart of the Wild too. Bash onto rep. Does he have himself any go? He's got himself sustained damage. Rep is taking hits by hits. As Life does get himself a lot of regrowths, lots of recovery, just trying to extend the game as long as possible, dropping down shrooms. I think that's what he's trying to play for, is that slow, long, sustained kind of output. Stars are available, so you should pick up a Starburst or two. And if you can run those into rep, or if rep charges back into him, those things will actually be huge. Especially if he charges back into you. As he goes in for the hunt, might be knocked up. If he gets himself on the right angle of the start, does go flying up. Perfect knock, gives Life a little bit of that survivability and a little bit of range. Got himself Convoke the Spirits, not offensively, rather defensively. As rep backing up out of there, away from those rats, but even those rats did a decent bit of damage. I feel like he could have just went full bunker there, full burst combo. But I think he's just playing super defensive as best as he can. As rep needs himself a bit of an angle. He got himself in the hunt for a while. That's how himself Sigil of Fear. Full Metamorphosis available. If he's got himself the biggest burst, stun, got himself the I-Beam, knocked up in air for just a second. Life with a quick bash, just pick up another star, I think. Cyclone does get interrupted. It's over, yeah. Rep just needed to put in a bit of pressure. Once the weapon is high enough, the Druid can only do so much healing, where it's just not really going to be enough. Sigil on to Sen. Just to go for a trinket. I don't think he wants to. Rep could maybe go for a stun here. Flying up in the air? Hold on a second. That angle. Hey crowd, how you guys doing? I haven't seen that kind of an angle. That was a little weird. I was thinking like, is there a ceiling to this? Is he gonna hit his head? Honestly, it felt like he was gonna stun, trying to see if he could back up out of the rep with his Shadow Ball for a quick second. Yeah, Sin is not gonna let him out of there. Quick Blade Flurry taking him out. Linthania, last one over for the team too. First one needs to find this other outlaw rogue. Does hit him with a stun. Ambushes it ready. Got him some big pistols to follow. Just firing away. Sin trying to go for a little bit of survivability of his own. I think with evasion. As Lin looking for a quick vanish, just to get himself a proper escape out of this situation. Got himself Cloak really early. Sin trying to see if he can maybe make some of those abilities land, but I don't think he's really able to. It's down until Linthania does go for human racial, and Sin with a cheat death doesn't really even get a grab. Oh, cheat death proc, and immediately taking the guy right after. As Dak charges in, full stun until Linthania does press a defensive for this one and trying to back up out of the evasion is at the ready. You know what? I did notice you can't actually track rogue's evasion when they have a shield icon over their like class icon on the right hand side. You can't see the evasion glow because it doesn't really track it super well for some reason, just for all three specs. But you can see that big shield, and if you don't see a cloak, probably evasion, right? Most likely evasion. So difficult to tell sometimes though. As Dak does have himself a big defensive. Linthania has an opportunity to try to stay in or back away. Dak right now is fortified. There's an opportunity for him to make some damage happen. Linthania does get himself a quick vanish. No dots, I don't think, for Dak. If there's no dots, then Linthania definitely gets himself a quick escape without any issues. As Dak's avatar is down, Trinket is down, for Linthania just needs to get a go, but Dak got himself plenty of that health recovery. Into a wound poison. Wait, Linthania was playing with we're playing instant poison this entire time? Oh, what was it? I actually think you probably could go instant poison because dampen is at 48%. So technically you could just go max damage. It's not, it's technically a little bit more damage. It is a little bit better. Not too much better. But if you're trying to optimize, not terrible. Dak does end up fighting Linthenia with us just whirlwinds of maces. Does he have swords? No, just maces. No, what is a sword? A mace is a sword. Just whirling them in every direction. Linthenia does get caught up in a shockwave? I was going to say shadow fury for some reason. My brain just kind of was like, you know what? It's close enough. That's Dak taking a huge chance. Linthenia got himself an evasion. Dak doesn't have a way out. Unless he got a stun or a fear into Linthenia. I think it's just over with a kidney shot. I think Linthenia got him. Question is, Linthenia, does he find a way out as Makima is going to be up next? Vanish as Makima trying to see if he can get himself an opener. Linthenia with a quick sippy cup. Should be able to get an opener into Makima. Does establish the opener. Trinket immediately for Makima with a Cloak of Shadows. So, same thing for Linthenia. Blind to follow. Trinket for Linthenia with a blind into Makima. Do you just want to escape or just want to keep him in combat? I think he's just deathly afraid of those vanishes because this is going to give Makima like cooldown reduction for those kidney shots, for the shadow steps, for maybe sippy cups, gouges. So you're just gonna help him get like another go versus Lin. But now it's just two rogues out in stealth. Vanish not available for Lin, double vanish available for Makima, but no trinkets for either one of them. Except Linthenia does have a human racial coming up in about like 20 seconds, although they won't be able to get access to it for about another minute. Their trinket and their human racial have like a 1.5 minute DR, so it looks like it's up, but it's not going to actually be able to use it for a good bit here. Makima is going to have all his CC or CC breakers also down for a good bit. I don't even know if you got to use evasion. That also doesn't really get tracked super well in the duels at all, or in spectator mode. Most satisfying to see Warriors DH and Demon Hunter DK is dueling. You guys always making the ledge counting. Yeah, exactly. It's so fun, Marin. I agree with you. That's really interesting. Yeah. Blackspec both coordinated each other in pros. Okay, so it wasn't just me, it was you guys too. So it must have been someone with Blizz, or must have been someone with this like instance. I have no idea. I didn't see he purged my altar. Oh, is that what happened? That's crazy. Lin does end up getting himself on a quick adrenaline rush. I don't know if Makima spotted him or not. Eyes are available. Vanish is up for Linthenia, so you could pick up the eye and find Makima. I don't know if he wants to pick up the eyes and then vanish. I feel like that's maybe a little bit too much. Does pick up the eye. Does he find Makima? No, Makima is just gonna hide behind the corner. He's just gonna hide perfectly. What are you waiting for, Makima? Is he waiting for the trinket? He's waiting for a cooldown. He doesn't want to go out. Like, he could get the opener easily. He's waiting for something. I'm not sure what. Trying to see if he can find Lin. He's not gonna Phantomize him though, is he? Picking up the eye. Wait, do you find him? Lin try to see if he can get a go on you. Into a sap. Lin does get the opener. Pretty sure. Makima with the Shadow Blades. Stun. Does Linthenia have enough damage right now? Getting quite a bit of hits onto Makima with a kidney shot to follow. Big pistols. Oh, what is this go? Off of a kidney shot? What was that? That was so good. Makima had double vanish. Didn't really get to use either one of them though. Huh. Well, that's subtlety for you versus Outlaw. Apparently Outlaw can do a number. How many was that? How many kills was that? 3? Not bad. Not bad at all. Lotto also with 3, by the way. Another duels really went pretty long with the rogues at the end. But Lotto, before they went super long, was definitely the champ of that one. Alright. That's so good. I actually like that. Besides that, you know, the big slowdown with rogues. Not a fan of those. I usually cut them out as best as I can. But, yeah, I actually enjoyed that a lot. It was fun. 5-0, how many are we at? 3? Jesus. NA, homies. NA, homies. You guys got so many games in tonight. Are you kidding me? Oh, Makima is just killing a guy now? You get caught? You got caught. Wait. Evoker's chasing after you. Hold on, he's soaring after you. Hold on a second. Are you gonna be able to get out? Wait, whoa. Ow, why me? What'd I do? Oh, I got healed. Thank you. I didn't even hit you. I just saw you. Hold on, you got an evoker? You got a guy hitting you? Yeah, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. It's a little bit rough. There we go. There we go. How long is that run for Alliance, by the way? Versus like Horde. I know for Horde it's like a pretty long one. So I can join. Oh yeah? Are we doing more or are we calling it though? That is the question, I guess. You guys want to do more or just call it? Because it is a long run. Oh, it is one? Okay. Yeah. I guess as much. 504. Yeah, here we go. 504. Because I do got a pretty big project I want to work on tonight. And I'm like, I already been working on it since 10 in the morning. And I'm still working on it. So I don't know. I'm just going to get comfy over here, man. His goal is pretty comfy here too. Look, I like how he gave his goal like a whole 10 of his own. I'm not going to take it away from him. Hey. Hi. How are you? You know what? That run back is not that bad up for Alliance apparently. For Horde, it's still pretty bad. Like, at least if you're trying to run to like Stormwind all the way there. But it's pretty far. Like that chill? Perfect opportunity. Yeah, man. Yeah. Man, that was a good purge there, dude. That was a good purge. I think that happened yesterday too on EU. I keep forgetting that Hunters can purge. Like, I know it's a button, but it's like, for some reason I keep forgetting that that's a thing. I think it's because I got in my head that it's a enrage and a magic debuff, and you almost have to have both or something. Or it's like, maybe just in my head, it's like, because it's enrage, it's a PvE button, because it can do magic and enrage, so I just maybe compartmentalize somewhere in my brain, like, oh, enraged dispel. Kind of like how, soothe. Okay, PvE button doesn't happen in PvP. It's like, I know that it has a magic dispel, but my brain just, you know, it just, the way that it like, I hope you're making some sense here. You know, +1, let's call it. I say, let's call it for now, boys. Yo, Light and, or Lentenia rather, as well as PB&J, Seavark, Night King, all the other boys that joined in. Lotto, love seeing you there. Got a lot of footage of Lotto. We'll call it for now, though. I got a big project I'm working on tonight, so I think I'm just going to start cracking on it as fast as possible. We are going to be doing more duels next week, though. If you guys want to join in for Fridays over in the EU, you're more than welcome to. We host them every single Friday stream in the EU region. Or for NA on Saturdays. All of you are welcome anytime. We're going to be doing a lot more of these. With a 10 to 5, what is it? 10 to 5 update? We didn't see a lot of class changes, but this Tuesday is looking kind of good. I want to see how Rogue's going to feel after this, right? After the Eviscerate nerf and the armor change with the mages. I wonder if we'll see more red paladins. Like maybe Athel will make a return. Because Sai is out there running around representing paladins all on his own some over on the team EU. So maybe we'll even see a lot more paladins wake up ASUS people down. That could be nuts. But yo, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful, super fun hanging out with every single... let me out. Let me go. Let me go. I want you to go. Hold on. Thank you. Appreciate that. I know you could have just skipped a stab there and just killed me if you wanted to. Oh, man. This pally boss and... buffs are not only are nothing, but the armor changes are going to kill play classes. Oh yeah, I am interested to see. I am very interested to see how the play and armor change is going to be for clothies and for play classes. I'm hoping like priests will be a little tankier. I don't know if mages really needed that. Warlocks already have quite a bit of extra additional armor, so I wonder if they're just going to be like a wall. And I'm wondering if like warriors and like death knights and paladins are just going to fall over. You know, that's going to be interesting. Buffs are actually just nerfs. Well, buffs for some. Would that be a fair way to say it? Definitely buffs for some, not for others. Because of play class, they're gonna get thrashed except warrior. I am interested to see how that's gonna go. Yeah, I am wondering if the. I mean, the stamina buff might be enough to like compensate for it a little bit. We'll see though, right? I don't want to say anything until we actually see it. Good games, thanks for hosting. Sin, yo, Sin, join us next week, man. I'd love to see you join these. I loved watching you play. I love that aggressive play style. Love seeing more Outlaw. We need more Outlaw in these duels in general. We see you have way too many sub-rogues. We need more Assassins. We need more Outlaws, dude. Outlaw go burr. Exactly, dude, exactly. Play class are going to have a bonus armor talents. I guess Arms Warriors are the only ones really that have that, don't they? I could be wrong. I think Arms Warrior... Technically... Paladins do too, but they already run sanctified plates. All of them do. So, yeah. So, oh, I guess there's like the Word of Glory that gives you armor thing that you can do. I don't know if that's something people will run now, but that'll be interesting. Again, I totally agree with Shield. Like, it's probably gonna hurt play classes quite a bit. They're just getting the short end of the stick. Like, Cloth is getting more armor and stamina. Play classes are getting less armor. more stamina. It's like a give and take. I am just saying, let's give it a second when the patch launches. I want to see how it works, but I'm hoping they'll make like a Friday or a Thursday, like, hey, another blue post. Hey, maybe we overdid with the armor thing. We'll pull back some of that or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping they'll at least like make a blue post of like, hey, we feel good about it, or like, probably too much. You know, some kind of like an update would be nice. Like if they do need to pull it back on it, if it's like too much, hopefully they will pull it back. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. Yeah, when DK I gotta just flop everything. It doesn't make any sense. The class is a little close, get armor increase. I think they're just trying to normalize armor values for all the classes. And plus, they're removing armor bonuses for like boomkins and rest of shamans as well. So they're doing some armor stuff. I think to normalize. I think they're just trying to make physical damage classes a little bit better. Because like Arms Warrior got bleeds and physical. Bleeds go straight to armor. Physical doesn't go through armor. But then there's like Outlaw Rogue that kind of does well in arena, but like pure damage against plate classes. Like me hitting a warrior in solo shuffle is like a miserable experience compared to like any other class. So let's say there's like a warrior and a death knight and like anything else on the other team. Whatever's not played is like, I'm probably gonna hit non-played. I need to kind of focus that. It was pretty bad in season 1 of Dragonflight 2. It was just like, you have to hit non-played. Like I literally cannot hit a plate class. I'm not doing any damage to them whatsoever. If you were a Claw, you die fast, so it should work. Yeah. I am interested to see. It's a wild new change. I'm like, hopefully it'll be good. Again, maybe I'm being too positive, or maybe Chill's being negative. Maybe it's like a little bit of both too. It is a nerf to play classes. I'm hoping it won't be as bad as we think it might be, right? Because our first thought is like, oh, this is going to be awful, but hopefully it won't be that bad. Like once we get to play and test it, like maybe it'll be fine. Hopefully. I am kind of glad they're doing some big changes in general to keep the things fresh a little. I am hoping they will like if it's too much, I'm hopefully we'll get a pretty early blue post like Friday or Saturday, like, hey, we went too far, we got to pull back on that a little, you know, see how that works. Hopefully, right? I would like to see a blue post, even if they're like, hey, we're still observing it, we kind of like the change, like some kind of blue post or something, right? We'll see. Locks are going to be invincible. We'll see, man. We'll see. That's what I'm wondering. Like, are there just going to be a wall, just impenetrable whatsoever? Why does that happen in the first place? Surely they didn't actually think Red and DK are tanky to physical damage. Well, Death Knights in particular are just not tanky in general, unless it's purely magic stuff. Yeah, I am wondering if they'll like. I think the stamina thing is gonna. Again, like I said, I'm hoping the stamina thing kind of ends up balance it out a little bit. Yeah, we'll see, dude. We'll see. Again, I'm gonna roll with my thoughts of. I kind of am hopeful to see if it's a good change. Hopefully, it's not a bad change. I am interested. I like the big swingy things. Yeah, we'll see. I get you though, dude. It does feel like every play class is just gonna shaft it for no reason, just for existing. Right? That's pretty bad. All right, we gotta call it. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Let's hope these changes are good. I'm gonna go back to working. I don't know if I'm gonna have a stream on Sunday or Monday. I'll let you guys know on Discord and have like a post maybe ahead of time if we are streaming. I do want to do more regular streams. I don't want to like just not stream. But we'll see. About 80 to 90 BD crits on plate, or better 140 BD goes across. This is gonna flip that. Yeah, it's probably gonna be more even. It's probably gonna be like 110 for everything. And I think it's going to feel nicer and more consistent, right? Because there's a difference. There's a real difference, honestly. More health, take more damage, kind of productive change. It might end up evening out, right? So you might feel like, oh, I'm still dying. Like, let's say you die in 5 seconds right now. It's not ideal. But let's say you die in 5 seconds and you still die in 5 seconds when patch goes through. Like, nothing really changed, right? So the worst, as long as it's not worse, as long as you're not down from 5 seconds to 4 seconds, at least it's not worse. That being said, I do think they need to do something about DK survivability. Like, it just doesn't really. I don't want them to be as strong as they were, almost like next to Immortal in MOP or WAD. But like, we don't have to have them like be an absolute paper. You know what I mean? They don't have to be paper mache. You know what I mean? Like, give him a little bit of an oomph. Make him feel like, hey, part of that, you know, class kit of Frost, Unholy, and Blood. Like, give some of that blood survivability in there, right? And even blood, like, they take a lot of damage too, but at least they got a fatty death streak. You're not gonna give them that. Give them some kind of armor, something, anything, some kind of DR. Just give them like 5%, 2%. I don't know. I was gonna say 5% Versa. That seems like that'll be a lot though. But anyway, You guys are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just gonna hope for the best with these changes, man. We'll see. We'll see. I'm like excited for the buffs though. I am very, very excited for the class buffs. Like Frost DK buffed up, Unholy. That Unholy buff looking good with a Lego. Ooh, it's looking good. That 4% is not a lot, but that's pet. That's you. That's everything. Usually just like a very little buff, but this is like a proper 4%. It's looking solid, man. We weren't that far behind, but like I'm hoping some classes will start making like some swings. 4% PvE not applied for PvP. That I mean, for PvE it's huge, man. I mean, Unholy DK is like really good on very specific encounters, about a 4%. Oh, that's like, it's looking solid. They're looking like a real class. Like with a legendary that we're doing less damage than some of the other classes on Sims. But like, yeah. Alrighty, I'm out, Ski. You guys have a wonderful one, and see you either tomorrow or Monday. Definitely Tuesday, but I'll try to see if I can see you guys Monday or Sunday. Alrighty, boys. Peace.